All right, all right, all right. What is up? Here we are. How's it going, everyone? Lone Wolf here, and welcome back to the Doggy Zone. Well, I give to say, last time we left our little chaos gremlins around, we were in the middle of a festival, the Firefly Festival to be exact. So we're going to see some interesting stuff. Now, I remember in the very beginning, there was this fucking amazing character design, a peacock, which I really like the design of. I don't know who this character is. I don't know what he'll play, but I do believe that he will appear somewhere in this chapter because it was mentioned the Firefly Festival was there where he was. So obviously it's going to point out possibly that the Firefly Festival is where he's going to appear. Now then, enough about this shenanigan. Let's get into the game, shall we? Oh, look, the Cecily Lord is on. Alright. I was such an idiot last time. I did not realize about this. But anyway, let's get into it. I got my stuff. I got the game. Got my motherfucking tea. We're all good. So now let's see here. Town Square. Sporting Arena. After a bit of crowd shuffling and one-sided tearful reunion between Malice and Cole, the gang managed to reunite in time for the festival's opening ceremony. Woo! The sporting arena was already flooded with exciting visitors and locals squeezing into the viewing booths by the time they arrived. Festival organizers were rushing across the field to set up for the jousting tournament, while others were hastily handing out vials of protective wax to the brawling tournament participants, because we all know, no stabbies. It's like as if you're putting like a fucking sword and such, and you're just putting at the very tip a little cork piece, and then just be like, stab, stab, stab. But it doesn't do much. Attack, 100%. Damage, 0%. The nobility were comfortably seated in one of the viewing towers and attended to by flocks of servants. Why is this reminding me of like old Disney stuff? You know, like Robin Hood, or what was that Mary Poppins clone? What was that again? I know it was a movie that Disney showed before Mary Poppins became a thing, but the thing is, that was in development during it, so technically I believe it is a clone, but I am not entirely sure. That's up for you guys, but I can't remember. Angela Lansbury was in it, but anyway. Artemi gawked at the grand arena with fascination, while flipping people off with a smile. Such a massive space for spectating entertainment. There was never anything like this back in the church district. Finding seats will prove difficult. Behind her, Cole was complaining loudly as usual. I can't see shit. Sid, carry me again. People keep stepping on my tail. Right, gotcha, boss. Artemi poked her head into one of the viewing booths with a delighted grin. Ah, there are empty seats here. Cole groaned in relief as Sid carried him into the cool shade of the booth. The scorching sun beat down the arena with such intensity that wisps of heat were visible in the air. It's probably 100 fucking degrees out there, and besides, it's really hot in here, and I have like a fan fucking running right here, and thank God I got a position because it feels nice. And that's why I'm just wearing this shit, but oh well. It was great luck that they managed to find seats minutes before the opening ceremony. Well, good. It's like trying to sneak into the theater and then you get some fucking seats that no one's around and you just sneak into that spot and then just duck and cover while people are looking for you. The three of them wiped the sweat off their brow and settled into their booth. It took them a solid minute to realize that they were not alone. I forgot the mouse was there. Go away. And that the booth smelled strongly of delicious garlic cheesy bread. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh, hey. Fuck! You again! From the back of the viewing booth, Agatha, the former arcane researcher, beamed and waved a cheese-covered hand at them. She tried to greet them through a mouthful of the most ludicrously large garlic breadstick they have ever seen. Miss Agatha? Are you here to watch the tournament as well? Aren't you supposed to be working right now? And I thought vampires were allergic to garlic. Agatha scowled and wolfing down her basket of bread. First off, no brats or vampires, you uncultured heathen. Secondly, I'm on my lunch break. The organizers complained that my security crystals were too much of an eyesore and forced me to move them all before the event. Can you believe it? It should be illegal to work an old lady to a bone like this. Cole squinted at her doubtfully. Isn't Wes the one who carries all the crystals? Yeah, and I watched him carry all the crystals. It was exhausting. Alas, I am a public safety enchanter. This is a burden I must carry. Fancy seeing you all again, though. You here to watch the tournaments? We're participating, actually. Ah, I see. Agatha sighed and munched down another slice of cheesy bread as she peered onto the corner. Cheesy bread, depending on where you go for like any kind of pizza place, like say Little Caesars or Domino's. I don't know if Domino's, Domino's. But still, wherever you go for a cheesy place, some of them have the best fucking cheesy bread or the shittiest. I don't know which one has the best, but in my opinion, it's probably Domino's. That's just me. There's an awful lot of parents bragging their kids to watch contenders beat each other to death. Oh god. It's like bringing kids to a convention for adults. Not sure why the festival organizers don't put an age limit on these kind of events. Seriously, that's what people should do in cons. I surely want to bring a child here. That almost looks like a slash, you know? Kind of like a... never mind. My papa brought me to illegal fight rings all the time as a kid. Nothing quite gets my blood pumping like cheering him on as he wipes the floor with a dozen fighters in a row. I get that glance towards Cole with interest. How gruesome! Though I suppose it'd make for decent father-son bonding activity. Such unorthodox parenting. At least Mara Bonebreaker knows how to keep his kid entertained. Cole's, that seems a bit, odd. Don't you mean Cole puffed up his chest proudly? Sorry, it's just a bit of a weird thing right there. Hey, say what you want about my papa, but no one can deny that he's a great father. There was a strange satisfied glint in Agatha's eyes when she studied Cole. Soft smile spread across her face. Oh shit! She's gonna kidnap him and experiment on him. Yes, that is a fact I'm relieved to learn. It's nice to know that there are still good parents in this hectic world these days. Artemi perked up with interest. Do you have children yourself, Miss Agatha? The bat immediately stiffened. She wore a pained expression as she glanced towards one of the tall viewing towers. Her voice cracked as she spoke loudly. Look! The opening ceremony is about to start! I hear the royal prince is going to make his first public appearance today! I wonder what kind of speech he'll make. Probably something boring and not at all interesting except for the fucking twink over here. Which I'll definitely love to experiment on for his sappers. Sappers. Agatha scooted towards the back of the viewing booth, clearly attempting to avoid conversation. The three of them watched her retreat awkwardly. Cole elbowed Artemi with a hiss. Dude, don't just ask people if they have kids. What? I was just curious. Okay, but that kind of question ends only 3 ways. First, and best case scenario, they give you just a simple no. Second, they're like Miss Shrikewind and you have to listen to them ramble about their kid for hours and hours. Hey, don't mock Bird Mom, you dick! No offense, Sid. All good. Sid shrugged. Nah, you're right. It's kind of embarrassing. Last and worst case, they tell you they had or couldn't have kids. Either way, it's none of our business. Artemi gasped a little too loudly. Are you saying her children have passed away? In the back of the view post, Agatha suddenly began munching on her bread very loudly. Jeebus, Artemi! Cole glanced towards her and caught sight of a small flash of magic. He's pretty sure the enchanter had just casted Deafen on herself. Hey, Artie, remember this morning when we talked about acting tactfully? This ain't it. I was just taken by surprise. She bowed apologetically towards Agatha. My sincerest apologies. I meant no offense. The enchanter was busy slurping up the string of cheese and made no reaction towards Artemi's pleas. Fuck, when you have a cheese stick that is like that, especially mozzarella sticks, when they have the string come out. Oh my god, that's when you know it is fucking perfect. I mean, seriously. I fucking love mozzarella sticks. Give me some of those and I would just be like, nah. It's really fun doing that. It was evidently obvious she was avoiding eye contact. Artemi shuffled back into the corner of the viewing booth and slumped over, ashamed. Perhaps I am not suited for delicate social situations. Her Excellency was right. I should have just stayed at the cathedral. Sid smiled sympathetically and patted her head. Hey, it's only your third day out of the church district. There's no shame in stumbling a bit. Well, what's done is done. Let's just sit through with this and wait for the opening ceremony to start. A loud announcer's voice suddenly blared from one of the viewing towers. It just began, actually. Carl, welcome into the stream. Oh, and welcome too, Jack, by the way. Sorry, I just didn't notice. I was just like this, like... Anyway, so sorry for ignoring you, Jack. I did not mean to. It was just in the middle of this. Now then. Here it comes.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are so sorry to say that the opening ceremony will be briefly delayed. Lisa hears some hooligans have been urinating on all the public safety cushions and setting up the alarms. Lisa thinks they're all just fucking gross. And so the festival will continue as planned as soon as we figure out how to turn up all the screaming sirens in the streets and arrest the little deviants who took a piss on all the fucking crystals. If our Arcanist Agatha Stoker is present, please come forward as your assistance is needed. Lisa thinks so, yes.
No! Oh my god! No! Oh, please. Oh god. I'm only gonna do that voice for just sometimes, for one shot, for characters, like once. Not for E3, but maybe like Calder or whoever the fuck that punchable face name guy is. Like, maybe I could do him, but fuck, it would just be only once. I don't think I can. The bat was happily slurping down mozzarella sticks. Yes! I knew it! She was eating fucking mozzarella sticks. I love this bitch. And clearly didn't hear a word through her deafen spell. Shouldn't we let her know? Nah, I'm kind of rooting for the public peeping guy, honestly. What? That's utterly irresponsible. Oh god, sure. What the fuck, face? If you care so much, why don't you tell her? Oh, well, I've clearly offended her deeply. I wouldn't want to be the bearer of bad news as well. Sir Sid, would you be willing to... Nope. She clearly doesn't want to talk to little old peasants like me. Wow, everyone's so petty today. I like it. Beats hanging out with a bunch of goody two-shoes all the time. Fuck you, Cole, you little shit! Artemi stared at her companions in disbelief. You? That's my reaction to it. I was like, fucking Cole, you little shit. You are all insufferable. My god, what a fucking little shit. I love him. Artemi's efforts to remain quiet proved more difficult than expected. There was a deafening awkward silence in the viewing booth as the three of them impatiently waited for opening ceremony to start, while ignoring the uncomfortable Agatha in the other corner. Aw, I would want to be with Agatha. What do you mean take it easy? I just started. It's like not even an hour in. The public safety enchanter clearly did not want to talk to them again for the time being. She is hiding something. I have my sus senses are tingling once more. Agatha is hiding something. I don't know what it is, but she's hiding something. Things were made worse when a festival speaker announced that the opening ceremony would be further delayed. Apparently, the prince had taken one look at the massive crowd he would be speaking to and had a nervous breakdown. Oh no! Oh, and thus they were forced to wait quietly for the longest minute of their lives. No, poor prince! He got a nervous breakdown. Oh, poor bastard. Thankfully, or perhaps unfortunately, their silence was broken by a familiar face poking his head into the booth. Fuck! You again! Let me just... Ah, free seats. Move aside and make room. You should be honored to share space with a member of nobility. The moment Calendar and Cole caught sight of each other, the two instantly scrunched up their faces as though they had caught whiff of foul odor. Ugh, the Bonebreaker boy. Of course my cursed luck would strand me in a booth with the likes of you. What's the matter, pretty boy? Shouldn't you be in the viewing tower with the rest of the fancy nobles? Cole sneered. Oh, wait! Not important enough to join a club, eh? I shan't even grace you with an answer. You are far too beneath us to even comprehend the complexities of noble society. Sid and Artemi exchanged alarming looks. Hey, let's stay silver now. I concur. Let us take this chance to start off on better footing. Who is your new friend, Cole? The older hyena brushed his hair out of his eyes in a dramatic and intentionally comedy fashion. You commoners should really educate yourselves on the puny noble families that proceed over your puny lives. I just fucking did too, like... I am Calder O'Shaughnessy, sole heir to House O'Shaughnessy, and arcanist extraordinaire. You may refer to me as Sir O'Shaughnessy, or Shaughnessy, or my lord. Either will do. Although I can't stand the wailing of some peasants going into their flock. Artemi's ear twitched to mention House O'Shaughnessy. She glanced at her two companions with a furrowed brow. Is this an opportunity to get chummy with the nobles like you advised? Our ultimate goal is for today is to establish noble allies, after all. I don't know, man. This guy is a lot. Cole shrugged. I don't know. I don't think this guy is our cloaked mage, but he might know some useful people. It's worth a shot. I'll be pretty useless here, though, since I fully pissed him off earlier today. That's right, he did! Business as usual for you, then? Artemi grinned teasingly. Cole shot her a bemused scowl. Behind them, Calder cleared slightly. It is very rude to whisper among yourselves in the presence of others. Have your families failed to teach you the simplest of manners? Cole glared irritably. Ah, how rude of me! Let me introduce you to my good friend Sid. And this little unimportant fellow over here is Artemi Joanna Gautier from the church. Calder's jaw dropped, his eyes widening to the sides of their place. Artemi Gautier? The career's chosen? Daughter of the Grand Bishop of the church? Artemi bowed her head shyly. Indeed, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Sir O'Shaughnessy. Or Shaughnessy. Yeah, that's good. Well, I can't check Discord. Sorry, I'm not doing that right now. Sid made a face and mumbled bitterly. And I'm Sid Shriekwood, unemployed, son of the innkeeper of the Sparrow's Roost Tavern. You say that sarcastically, but I'd hang with you and your mom over the asshole bishop any day. Yeah, because the bishop of the Grand Cathedral's a bitch. Sid was taken back, but his boss gave a grateful smile. You don't have to always baby me like this. Nope. But I'm kind of trying this new thing where I pretend to be a decent person. Also, your mom guilt-tricked me into looking after you, so I'll do it. Sid grimaced. If my mom was here, she'd be kicking this guy to the dirt at this point. Miss Shriekwear is a very wise woman. I'm honestly kind of considering it right now. Badass bird mom kicking this guy's ass would be a sight to see. Behind them, Calder's attitude did a complete 180 as he eagerly shook Artemi's hand. It is an honor to finally meet you, dear chosen. Though I must say, it was a surprise to find you amongst such questionable company. Artemi wore a strained and reluctant and polite smile. Cole and Sir Sid are my dearest companions. There is no one else I would rather have on my side. Then you are truly as inexperienced as they say. Let me introduce you to some more noteworthy and reliable individuals. Myself, for instance. A studied and powerful wizard from the renowned O'Shaughnessy family would surely make a valuable ally. Oh my. Oh god. Not even a minute had passed, yet Artemi's smile was already strained like an overworked waiter, struggling to remain cheerful. Fuck! Cheerful for customers. She leaned back from Calder's advances, clearly uncomfortable. Yes. Well, I'll be sure to keep you in mind should I find need of you, my lord. Excellent. Oh my. I can't do the fucking Zulu. Excellent. Excellent. It seems my luck has finally turned. When grandfather hears I have become acquainted with the creator's chosen, he will certainly be most pleased. A sharp voice suddenly cut through the small piece of their space of their viewing booth. Fuck, I can't read. Agatha! Little Calder Shaughnessy in the flesh. You've grown up so fast. I hear you adhere to your little house. There aren't many options left, I suppose. My. Gaius has become desperate. Calder whirled around, just now noticing Agatha's presence. Agatha Stoker, former researcher of the royal family. Your reputation precedes you. Agatha's gaze was sharp with a strange mixture of pity, contempt, and worry. As does yours. Or more precisely, your family's reputation. You be careful now, young man, or else you're gonna get butt-fucked into oblivion. And don't come crying to me when you lose your butt virginity, because all the arcane magic can't give it back. Give the tightness back. I hear that being the heir of House O'Shaughnessy has a terrible high morality rate. Calder stiffened and glared at him coldly. Whatever rumors you may have heard about my family are all unfounded lies. I pray you take your accusations elsewhere. I accuse nothing. Just musing over the fact that Gaius O'Shaughnessy has sent his only underachieving grandson to a jousting tournament. And buttering up the career's chosen, no less. The man has gone creative in his search for ways to patch up his family honor. What a fucking piece of shit. Calder crossed his arms defensively. I'm here to uphold my family reputation because it is my duty as its heir. There was no persuasion needed on grandfather's part. What a responsible young man! Your mother would be proud, I'm sure. Which part of your family reputation do you intend to uphold? The part where they burn up their heirs and spit them out when they've outlived their use? Do take care, dear. I mean that most sincerely. Harriet O'Shaughnessy was a good friend. I doubt she would want her only son to suffer the same fate. Calder's expression closed up with cold indignation. I think this conversation is over. Wait, I have to see something for a minute about his art. Damn, he's got that fucking drip. One other thing to say, he's got them thick thighs. What? He has thick thighs, I tell you. It's not just me, is it? Probably is. They were interrupted by chorus of trumpets from the viewing towers. During fanfare of instruments punctuated by a wave of applause as an announcer stepped forward on the stage. He spoke in the small arcane crystal charged with an amplify spell, his voice reverberating clearly across the entire arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to Axia's annual Firefly Festival!
Artemi craned her head to see into the tall viewing tower. She noticed an uncharacteristically young woman sitting amongst older nobility. The woman was hardly older than Artemi herself. For a moment, the two of them locked eyes. Cold intrigue flashed across the woman's face as she stared down at Artemi from the tower. Their attention was turned back towards the stage as the announcer continued speaking.
Lisa would like to say this year, the city would like to give special thanks to House Osmiel for their generous contributions and organization efforts for the Firefly Festival. The passing of our late king and queen has left the city in a somber disarray. There would be no festival had the Honorable Lady Osmiel not stepped in. There would be no festival had the Honorable Lady Osmiel not stepped in.
I cannot fucking read properly. Hollering applause rang through the crowd. Oh, who are you? What the fuck? The noble woman stood up and gave the audience a polite curtsy before returning to her seat. Artemi noticed that many of the nobility around the woman scoffed and side-eyed her with disdain. I know, what the fuck? Is there gonna be like 5 characters next? This is just one. The woman paid them no mind and merely nodded at the crowd with her head held high.
And next, our very own Prince Casillas would love to have a few words for everyone.
Around a more subdued applause echoed through the arena. Many people perked up with interest at this first public appearance of the prince. From the back of the viewing tower, a short, lanky young man stumbled forward and it was clearly on the verge of hyperventilating. What? No! The young man shakingly took to the stage with a nervous shudder. He glanced down at a handful of poorly concealed note cards before... Is this... Yes! Yes! Bird Boy! Bird Boy! Yes! I knew he would appear in this fucking chapter! Holy shit! He looks fucking adorable! Ah! I'm excited! Hello, everyone. Welcome all to the fight. Oh, fuck. I need to think of a good voice for him. God damn it. Alright, it's gonna give me a bit. I'm not doing the Jar Jar voice for his fuck no. No. No, that is not right for him. Oh, hello, everyone. Welcome all to the Firefly Festival. May our hearts stand strong in these trying times. While the passing of my dear mother and father has surely been a blow to the city, we shall rise above and prosper as they would have wished for us to. Prince got similarly fallen, his note card tumbling out of his reach into the grassy field below. Oh no! Even from a distance, Artemi can see the princess breathing. It's a personal hour. And bolted from the stage in complete fright. Oh no! An awkward silence hung in the air as the crowd gaped at the craven display. Oh no! I feel sorry for him. He's so nervous. Oh, poor guy. Well then, this kingdom's future looks bright. Cole, be nice. His Highness was clearly scared senseless. We must be patient with the poor man until he adapts to his role. Lady Osmia suddenly stepped up to the stage and cleared her throat. Her every movement felt fluid with practiced grace. The noblewoman's quiet grace drew the attention of her onlookers effortlessly. Maeve. Maeve, yeah. Greetings. I am Maeve Osmia. A stark contrast to Princess stammering. Maeve's voice flowed like smooth silk. As organizer of this year's Firefly Festival, I would like to thank the city and its people for this day of celebration. The first day of the festival is meant to celebrate the present moment. May the fire of competition fuel your spirits during the jousting and brawling tournaments. The victor of the brawl will be awarded a generous prize in gold, while the victor of the joust will receive an honorable boon from House Osmia. As its heir, I will do my utmost to fulfill the victor's request. Lady Osmia nodded quietly, her gaze shifting to nobles behind her. Lastly, I would like to thank my fellow nobles in welcoming House Osmia amongst your rank. There was a wave of snickers and upturned noses at her comment. Maeve continued as though she hadn't heard. House Osmia is still in its infancy and greatly appreciates your kindness. The nobility of Axia has shown us the most gracious hospitality. She paused. Her voice grew low. I hope to one day return the favor. As the speech ended, a polite round of applause swept through the crowds. All the members of nobility fell into uncomfortable silence as Maeve Osmia quietly returned to her seat. Where's Bird Boy? I want to see Bird Boy! No! Was that the only appearance he has so far in this chapter? No! That's bullshit! He fucking better appear more in this chapter. I'll be upset if he is. Oh! But wait a minute. Was that actually him in the beginning? No! What? So, what the fuck is going on? As the festival organizers scrambled to prepare for the jousting tournament, Artemi stared up at the tower with fascination. Oh. Who exactly is this Lady Osmia? I'd studied the many houses and lineages of the nobility during my training, but I've never heard of this House Osmia. Oh! Typo! There we go, Shiro. Until recently, Calder cleared his throat loudly with a self-important grin. Oh, hey there! Hey there, thick thighs. Prince Thick Thighs. I believe I can enlighten you on the topic. House Osmia is a relatively new addition to the nobility, hailing from the uncivilized exterior farmlands outside the city walls. They specialize in druidcraft and have grown rapidly since the disastrous locust famine many years ago. Oh god, I'm ruining his voice. Calder sighed and shook his head with a hint of disgust. Druidcraft is such a barbaric class of magic compared to Axios' trademark wizardry, but I suppose it does have its uses. Thanks to their techniques, the city was able to quickly recover from the famine. Osmia's farms now produce 70% of Axia's food and crops. Even the most prestigious of nobles would be hard-pressed to be on their good graces. Oh, God. Oh, fuck me. I believe House Osmia decided to sponsor the Firefly Festival this year as a show of strength to all the other noble houses. Artemi stared at Maeve's distant, serious face of wonder. She is the heir and leader to this growing house? Incredible. She is hardly older than I am. Calder scoffed. That is hardly a praiseworthy feat. I, too, am the heir of my house, and we are but a few years apart. And you can hardly call House Osmia a true house when she is the only member of it. I hear everyone else in her lineage has perished in the locust famine. Calder sighed and shook his head. Alas, as diminished as this young house is, they still hold a great amount of power. Grandfather has ordered me to consort with them and bring myself unto their good graces. Artemi's brow furrowed. She tried her best to hide her growing dislike of this man. Well, no shit. Cole already dislikes him. And how will you set about doing that? By winning the jousting tournament, of course. Osmia would be obligated to bestow a boon upon the victor. I would simply ask Lady Osmia for her hand in marriage. Aren't you gay? Artemi spluttered, utterly flabbergasted. What? Surely she would not be forced to such a request. Well, probably not. But she will be obliged to spend time with me as her suitor above all the other men clamoring for her attention. This would give me ample time to charm her into a partnership with House O'Shaughnessy. Artemi glared at Calder. House O'Shaughnessy must be quite desperate for influence if they are resorting to such underhanded courtship tactics. And with the Drew family to look down upon, no less. Clearing axe. House O'Shaughnessy is basking in wealth and power these days, I assure you. We are simply networking in search of better allies and companions. Surely you would understand. I do not. Companions and allies should be earned through honesty and mutual trust, not through such unchivalrous schemes. Calder crossed armed defensively as he glanced over at Cole and said, "Oh, and what methods did you use to find those layabouts? Did you pick them on the side of the street or something?" Actually, we got thrown in jail together. And then we gambled in a league fighting ring together. And then we tore down the illegal fighting ring together. Okay, no, that part's on you. Nobody else here could smite a building into rubble. What? The creator's chosen can't be seen with people like you! Artemi glared at the older hyena coldly. I would take them over your dishonorable ilk any day. Something Calder snapped her at words. He whipped his head toward Agatha desperately. You! Enchanter! Surely you can see the ridiculousness of this situation? What the fuck? What? I'm just eating breadsticks in a corner, man. Don't drag me into this. Now shut the fuck up and let me eat. Wow. I was not expecting that. Whoop. Calder tucked his hair in frustration. He turned back Artemi furiously. I can take your rejection, but the fact that you would place these low-born scum over the likes of me is an insult I cannot stand for. He shot back his glare towards Cole and said, a filthy mage who denies his own gifts, and an utterly ordinary peasant void of talent and status? Don't make me laugh. Artemi gritted her teeth. Her hand twitched towards her sword. I will thank you not to speak of my companions in such a way. I speak the truth. You are out of your mind if you think either of them are more worthy than I. Calder's frenzied gaze landed on Sid, who nervously took a step back. You are clearly the weak link of this group. What makes you think you have anything of worth to provide? Sid flinched. I don't... Uh-oh! What the fuck? Noma's eyes suddenly flashed with the deep shade of arcane velvet. Sid's chest squirmed uncomfortably as he felt the glowing gaze pierce through him like knives. What do you think you're doing? Behind him, Cole instantly recognized the spell and bolted in front of Sid. But it was too late. The detect thoughts spell watched over Sid like an ice-cold wave. Oh, god damn it! Let me see here. Calder let a cruel, triumphant laugh. He's illiterate and an utter mess of a man as well. Oh, my dear chosen, where did you find this one? Sid felt his blood run cold. Calder's grin grew as he continued sifting through the Badger's mind. Unemployed, fired from at least a dozen jobs. Spends all his time daydreaming about becoming a hero he knows he's incapable of becoming, while his parents toil at a thankless job. Oh, and he's adopted too. This just keeps getting better and better. Sid growled and took a menacing step forward. Calder didn't even flinch. Shut your goddamn mouth. Oh, hush. You're too delicate to do anything to me. I can read your entire mind. And you agree with me. Calder cackled with light. You have no idea why these two even keep you around. You've got nothing to contribute and are a waste of their precious time. Oh, sweet Cole. So patient, so supportive of you, taking you under his wing and teaching you to read. Something you should have learned ages ago if you were a functioning person. Panic shot through Sid's chest. He whipped around to see Cole staring at him wide-eyed. And dear Artemi, what a perfect warrior, kind and humble and brimming with power. A true personification of the hero you've dreamed of becoming. But you were just an ant standing beneath her. Dispel magic. Artemi lunged forward, fist still flashing with sparks of lightning. She roughly grabbed Calder by the collar, slammed him against the wall of the booth. The wood buckled under the force of her blow as she growled with uncontrollable rage. You go too far. You despicable! Despite being flipped off his feet, Calder managed a goading grin. Oh, but don't you see? He hates you. Your beloved companion utterly despises you. Every time he sees you, his blood boils over with envy. He can't even stand to be in your presence anymore. This is the companion who you so gladly treasure. Artemi faltered. She looked towards Sis, shocked and wounded. The moment they locked eyes and she saw the badger's utter broken expression, she inhaled sharply and turned back towards Calder. Her fist plunged forward with a crack. A shower of splintered wood scattered across the viewing booth as Artemi sank a hole into the wall inches next to Calder's head. Oh, shit! Artemi let out a deep breath. You are an utterly vile man, Calder O'Shaughnessy. Give me one reason why I shouldn't beat you senseless, besides seeing your thick thighs. Calder's brave face was shaken after nearly taking an armored fist to the skull, but he managed a confident sneer. Oh, my dear chosen, have you forgotten where you are? What would the church do when people find out that the Creator's chosen is an untamed brute who terrorizes the weak? Oh, the shame you would bring upon your dear bishop of a mother. Artemi froze and looked up. No! The entire arena was silent, all eyes trained on their little booth in the corner. Thousands of shocked spectators from commoners and nobles watched Artemi hastily retract her fist from the wooden wall of the booth like a child caught red-handed. Oh no, Calder, you dick! She let Calder So this was your ploy. The noble shrugged with a smirk. What can I say? I do not take insults well. Anyone who crosses House O'Shaughnessy will be sure to pay the consequences. So what will you do, my dear chosen? Our audience is starting to whisper and wonder about what is happening down there. I suppose you could continue beating on me. That'll do your reputation wonders. And if you retreat without a word, House O'Shaughnessy can easily twist inevitable rumors to our advantage. He tapped his chin thoughtfully. Though, I suppose if you groveled at my feet and apologized, I would be open to sparing you the social scrutiny you will undoubtedly face. Tammy growled, gritting her teeth in frustration. The scum of a man deserved no apology. She had half the mind to beat him into the dirt for his slight against Sid. However, she cannot deny that Calder was ultimately right about her situation. God damn, Calder, holy shit! She cannot make a move against him without soiling her and the church's reputation. And she was in hot water for excellency to begin with. Her claim that the Creator was chosen, fuck! Tyler would be forfeit, and she would likely drag the Knight Commander down with her. The logical course of action was to publicly apologize, but the sight of Calder's smug grin made her blood boil. Oh, are you refusing to apologize? I suppose I should start crying out for help. The Creator's chosen clearly has malevolent intentions towards me, a helpless citizen. Fine. I apologize. A sharp snap of fingers suddenly interrupted their exchange. Cole's voice reverberated through the entire statement, its volume amplified through prestidigitation. Calder O'Shaughnessy, you have insulted the honor of both my underlings and committed a dire breach of privacy through a detect thoughts spell. As leader of this adventure party, I cannot allow this insult to stand. I, Colo the Bonebreaker, hereby challenge you to a public duel. Curious and excited murmurs instantly swept through the arena as onlookers watched their little group eagerly. Calder whipped around and stared at Cole in shock. Cole gave him an unimpressed look, while rubbing his temples. What? You think Artemi's the only one with a reputation on the line? Huh, I just noticed something. Hold on. Oh, if you kind of notice, like, his picture, like, not here, but when he's usual, it does not it's different. This is more, like, lined. But that's just me. Oh, well. Your granddaddy won't be very happy to hear that you're involved in a public scandal and then lose to a commoner in a duel. What will people think of your precious O'Shaughnessy name then? You have some nerve. Took the words right out of my mouth, buddy. You violated my lackey's mind and then pinned my other lackey into social suicide. I ain't about to let that slide. Unlike you foppish nobles, we bonebreakers take care of our own. I will crush you. Calder followed for a moment for sneering. Fine. I, Calder O'Shaughnessy, accept your challenge. You cannot hope to defeat me without using that magic you keep so poorly hidden. Say goodbye to your little secret. I, for one, will not be losing to a fraud. Cole's grip down his loot tightened. We'll see. Oh shit! Nobility and festival organizers peered down on the scene below with bewilderment.
Apologies, gentlemen. We cannot allow a duel in the middle of the Firefly Festival arena.
Maeve also suddenly stood up and waved her hand. And why not, pray tell? As I said earlier, the first day of the Firefly Festival is meant to celebrate the spirit of competition and rivalries with our fellow man. And what better rivalry than the heir of the noble House O'Shaughnessy and the son of Axia's greatest mercenary warrior? I motioned that we allow his public duel to commence. The festival announcer glanced nervously between Maeve and the members of the nobility standing behind her. After a beat, he turned back towards the ground.
Okay, very well. Least I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, as an appetizer to our main events, we will be hosting a private duel between Sirs Calder O'Shaughnessy and Colody Bonebreaker! Woo! We invite the two of you to take your place at the center of the stage, yes. While Misa go over here and contemplate on the mistakes I made in my fucking life for this shit.
Oh god, what cursed? Calder eagerly strided towards the center of the stadium, already confident in his victory. Well, I guess maybe some people were staring at his strutting, just... Look at me, I'm hot shit. He's got the thick thighs. Artemi and Stan exchanged anxious looks as Cole readied his loot. Cole, are you really intending to expose your magical abilities in this duel? Sir Mara will surely hear about it. Do you really think you can win? Cole shrugged. Yeah, see? Look, his thing changed. Like, look here. More detailed and lined. Now here, it's more softer. Huh, nice. Win or lose, everything works out for us in the end. The heat of the... The heat of the situation gets taken off Artemi, and people won't be favorable towards Calder for a shitty stunt. More importantly, he turned towards Sid with concern. You doing okay, buddy? Me? I'm fine. It's nothing. Sorry I dragged us into another mess again. Despite his insistence, Sid's stiff-shouldered and clenched jaw betray his broken sane mind. Cole placed a firm hand on his shoulder. You did nothing wrong. We're in this mess because Calder is an asshole. After this shitstorm is done, we'll go to Miss Shriekwood's for some tea and talk everything out. Sound good? Sid nodded quietly. Yeah. Cole pressed a firm hand to Sid's chest and leaned close. Listen, man. At the end of the day, you're my friend. Just friends? I don't believe it 1 second. I call bullshit on that, Cole. I know that you and Sid are gonna get fucking together, and for some odd-ass reason, I'm thinking Calder and the prince might get together as boyfriends. I don't know fucking why, but that just seems... That's just an image that just popped in my head. I swear to God. I don't know if Calder's gonna be that important of a character. Like, maybe it's just a one-shot thing or something. I don't know. He's probably gonna get killed somewhere, and then that'd be it. But if he proves to be an important character later, and then becomes the prince's boyfriend or some shit like that, that would be fucking nuts. And then the pairing of Artemi and Agatha. Fuck. I don't keep you around because of some pity party or sense of usefulness. I just genuinely like hanging out with you. Aww, and I'm genuinely better off for having known you. So keep your chin up, okay? Okay. Cole gave him one last reassuring nod before making his way towards the field, while Sid was standing there wearing his short shorts. A love signs hung in their viewing booth as they watched him leave. After a beat, Artemi quietly sat down next to Sid with a gentle look. You're not angry? Why would I be angry? All that stuff Calder said about my thoughts. Artemi fell silent for a moment, pondering her next words carefully. Did I do something wrong? Sid curled up on the... Oh! No. I see. Would it help if I left? Sid sucked it. No. I like having you around. I really do. You're my friend. I'm just a jealous fucking asshole for feeling like this. Do not apologize for your emotions, Sir Sid. You cannot simply disagree with a feeling. This is just a part of life, as the Knight Commander always says. Artemi shook her head with an incredulous laugh. She sat down on the floor next to Sid with a patient smile. Truly, though, I never imagined myself as someone worthy of such jealousy. Sid snapped out with a patronized glare. You're the creator's chosen. You were born with ridiculous power and the respect of Emperor who knows your name. Common folk like me? Well, Calder was right. I'm basically an ant next to you. Quite ironic, as you tower above me in physical height. I'm being serious. Artemi smiled. Perhaps the true irony is that you regard me as such a perfect individual. In my early years, the church considered me a defective chosen. Despite these stories about the career blessing me at childbirth, I possess no such magical abilities as a child. Sid blinked in surprise. That's not what people have been saying. Yes, the church does have a certain image to uphold, but at an age where most chosen showed signs of great celestial power, I had next to nothing. The healers and arcanists at the church detected great potential within me, but I had nothing to show for it. I could barely even keep a candle alight. Her Excellency was most furious with me. Pretending to be quiet. The world needed a chosen one to face whatever threat comes its way, and I was not ready to fill the role. That crushing sensation of waking up every day knowing that you are not enough. I suppose I can relate. Some days it grew to the point where I debated whether it was worth waking up to. Sid's chest lurched. I didn't think someone like you would have to deal with this kind of thing. I thought the same of you. You have always struck me as such a kind and reliable man. And more honest than Cole, at the very least. Sid, that's not a very high bar. Sid gazed at Artemi, his chest heaving with confusion. Hey, Artemi? Yes? If you don't mind me asking, how did you end up waking your powers? And dealing with that crushing feeling? The knight fell silent. Uh-oh. After a moment, she gingerly reached into her pocket and pulled out a tiny aged candle. It was very short and thoroughly used. There were small impressions in the wax made by small hand, as though a child had held it in a deathly tight grip. Upon the chosen's death, the blessing of the Creator's chosen passes on to the next worthy candidate. And thus, at the age of 15, I was given an ultimatum. Keep this candle alight through a winter storm for one whole night, and the church will deem me strong enough to nurture into the next chosen. Fail, and the power will pass on to someone more worthy than I. What? They can't put that kind of pressure on a child! It is prophesied that the world would succumb to great tragedy should the Creator's chosen fail their duty. Is the happiness of one child truly so high a price? A knight's duty is to her people. I was willing to do what must be done. Sid stared at the tiny candle in her hands with growing dread. So you passed the test then? The church agreed to keep working with you? Nah, Sid's just a lovable himbo, but Artemi's a precious bean. Artemi rolled the candle in her hands thoughtfully. Can you keep a secret, Sir Sid? What? Wait, you don't mean... She laughed. I failed. The candle went out halfway through the night, and I was left to trod through a blizzard for the rest of my trial. I think at some point I simply gave up and waited for the frigid cold to take me. How in the world did you survive? Bittersweet smile spread across her face as she rubbed a gentle thumb over the worn wick of the candle and across her temples. A very kind old man said he would miss me if I were gone. And I suppose I couldn't bear the thought of making him sad. And so, I fought to stay. Just a little longer. Ah! My fucking leg! Ah! Artemi gently hid the candle back in her pocket. Good tea. From that day forward, I held a deep anger within me. Anger towards myself for being unable to fulfill my duty, for always disappointing my loved ones. Yeah, that was fucked. And plus, I think I did a good voice for Count, saying like, you see, even he knows. I do say. This wrath became the foundation for my magic. It was the fuel for my first spell and all that came after. I don't know if I even gave him a rich-sounding voice, to be exact. I tried my best. But that's up to you. I don't know if I gave him one or not, so I just tried. Small sparks of electricity pulsed from her hand. You know, the Creator's chosen is usually a light domain cleric. We should be wielding the warm, comforting flames of the Creator to spread her love to all who bask in her light. Cold chuckle escaped Artemi's throat. My magic was way too volatile, too furious. I ended up becoming a Tempest Domain Cleric, a seemingly impossible feat for someone who worships the same deity. I still can't really light candles, only zap them aflame with lightning. Another disappointment added to Her Excellency's long list, I'm sure. While wrath isn't the healthiest foundation for one's strength, it has kept me going at the very least. She turned towards Sim with a gently appreciative smile. I do not know what the cure for your feelings of jealousy may be, but perhaps you should look inward for a foundation of strength as well. Hopefully one that's much better than mine. You know, I concur with what Cole said to you earlier. I also enjoy having you around, and my life is better for having known you. At the end of the day, you are my friend as well. Please remember that, regardless of what doubts you may have. Sid looked up at Artemi. Her patient smile felt warm. Sid felt undeserving, but he swallowed the bitter thought back down. Thanks. Ah, fuck my eye. A lot of sniffles, some... What the fuck, Agatha? Ah, you kids are too sweet. Where is the spirit of friendship? This is better than the theater trope's last big production. Sorry, but can you cast Deafen on yourself again? I get to scowl indignantly. What? Fine. Kids these days, always afraid to show some emotion for once. Fuck. Back in my day, kids weren't polite than you fuckers. Oh, and I gave chill-ass grandma like a very dumb voice, I think. As the two hyenas stood off at the center of the arena, the crowd looked with excitement. Ooh! Time to save it. Let's see what happens. Sid peered at Cole's small frame in the distance anxiously. Was he going to reveal his spellcasting ability to this crowd? Sure, he casted Prestidigitation earlier to make his voice loud, but that could be explained away with a few arcane crystals. Oh my god. Combat magic, on the other hand, there was just no hiding it. What's the matter, little fraud? It's not too late to surrender before you get hurt. Oh, I'm feeling just fine and groovy. What? You afraid of losing to a commoner? The sun shall turn cold before I, an esteemed noble heir, lose to the likes of you. I will take pleasure in forcing your hand as a mage. It matters not what reasons you have for hiding your abilities. I will drag it into the light for all to see. Cole felt familiar, slitting sensation over his shoulder. No! Malice! What are you doing here at a time like this? Fuck! Beauty mortal, are you certain you can win? Please remain vigilant. If you get clobbered by this man, I will feel the blows as well. Well, of course Cole, because he's a fucking main character, sort of, and this guy's an asshole. I could probably take this guy. Wizard class mages have strong magic, but physically they're as resilient as wet paper. One good hit and I can break whatever concentration he needs for spellcasting. Shoot you can, Trouble. You should consider my proposal. A pact with a demon such as I would grant you more than enough power to crush this despicable man. I can feel it. The temptation to humiliate him is bubbling up inside you. That'd be perfect. Cole out a low laugh. Your marketing skills are getting better. I can give you that. I can take this foppish asshole on my own thing, though, thanks. In the tower above them, the festival announcer clears loudly.
Combatants, are you prepared? Now! Misa-san, now! Commence, may the duel commence!
Wait. Both of these people have thick thighs, but who's got thicker? The twink or the asshole? I have to say, and unfortunately, this guy's got the thicker thighs. And he doesn't seem like a twink, but maybe a twunk? Interesting to see in the future. Probably won't happen. Oh, shit! Kyler immediately stepped forward, arms outstretched. Fire erupted from his palms and violent swirling mass as the hyena cackled gleefully. Behold, my true might! This is the arcane prowess House O'Shaughnessy has at its disposal! Still think you can take on the likes of me, little fraud? What the fuck? Well, fuck. That's a screenshot. Hold on. That is perfect. Well, fuck. Oh, boo-hoo. The wizard cast Fireball. How original. Ha! Petty insults will not save you from my flames. Mouse pokes his head out of Cole's pocket with a squint. Hey, beauty mud. My offer's still open. Shh. Shut up. I got this. What? No! Why? Not go. No. Fucking good movie, but still. Fuck. I wonder. Another screenshot opportunity. One of these might be the thumb. I think this will be the thumbnail. Because what? Cole raises loot over his head and begins strumming it wildly. The crowd leaned forward, craning their heads of any sign of magic, but there was nothing save for the out-of-tune twangs of his lute. Uh-oh. Well, shit. What is this nonsense supposed to be? You mean you can't sense it? I thought your house was supposed to be arcane experts. Look closer. Closer. Look closer. Look closer. How they're squinted. Yeah, see? Come here. Look. Look closer. Look closer. Look closer. What are you talking about? There's not an ounce of magic anywhere near. Oh! Oh, fuck me! A sharp smack echoed through the arena. Oh, fuck! As Calder dropped to the floor like a sack of potatoes, Cole immediately leapt forward with his lute raised. Oh, shit! The crowd watched with a mixture of horror and fascination as Cole proceeded to clobber the outer shit out of him on the arena floor. Yeah! Can't concentrate on your fancy spells now, can you? Fucking wizards, always talking shit when all they do is bury their faces in books all damn day. This ain't the first. This ain't the first time my eye itches like crazy. The first time in a street fight. Tyler braced his arms up. Wait, get off of me, you brute. This isn't how this duel is supposed to go. I said nothing about a strictly magical duel when I challenged you now, did I? Get fucked, asshole. Gah! Announcer, surely this is against the rules somewhere. Oh no. Announcer scratched his head as that scene unfolded.
Misa, I suppose I should break up this fight now?
No. Give him a few more minutes. This calendar might still turn things around. The announcer looked at her incredulously.
Well, Mom, this guy's just getting his ass beat into the dirt. Misa thinks he's just so fucked by now. He's literally crying out for the duel to end. Do you really want this little bitch boy to just give up now? I mean, seriously, he's being fucking whacked to death by a twink with a lute. Seriously. Like, seriously, a fucking twink with a lute being the shit out of someone? It's indigenous! It's insufferable! For fuck's sake, you don't think this is bullshit.
Despite hitting her veiled face, the announcer could swear that Lady Osmond was smirking wildly as she watched the fight below. Nay, we must respect these fighters in the competitive spirit of the festival. Give them a few more minutes. I yield! Ow! Please call an end to this outrage! What? I can't hear you from down there. Please speak up.
I heard him loud and clear. Perhaps I should...
No. Oh my god! Poor guy! The smacking and screaming went on for a little while longer. In the end, Sid started to feel bad for the guy and ran into the field with Artemi following close behind to break up the fight. Hey boss, I think he gets the point. Maybe ease up for a bit? No, keep it up. You have done well, Cole. Sir Morrow would be so proud if you were here to witness your deeds. But he's not here right now, so ease up, right? Cole let out a huff and finally holstered. Fine. My arms were getting tired anyway. You didn't have to go through all this trouble for me. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. But next time you can save me the trouble and clobber the guy yourself. Don't worry. I'll make sure Hamish pays for whatever assault charges get thrown at you. Stand up for yourself, dude. Crawling back on his feet and nursing his bruised head, Calder jabbed an accusing finger at their group. I shan't forget this humiliation, Collodi Bonebreaker! One day I vow to pay back your bruised deeds tenfold! The crowd around them let out a bellowing wave of laughter, followed by jeering boos and snickers. Cal's face flushed red with embarrassment and shame. Get fucked. He hastily ran out off the field without another word. Good job, Quill. Finally, the festival's announcer voice rang through the arena once more.
And that concludes our impromptu and comedic duel. Thank you, Sirs Calendar and Kalodi, for your excellent performance. Now then, allow us to proceed back on schedule. No more fucking interruptions from you three. So get the fuck back to your seat. Especially you little twink. Up next is the Jousting Tournament. May the participants please make their way into the ring. Our first competitors will be...
There was a brief ruffle of parchment as the announcement flipped through his desk.
Let's see here. Let's see. Who's up? Mr. Beast? No, he's not up. He's off doing some fucking millionaire bullshit. I don't know. Who is it? Oh. Well, this is, our first competitors will be the esteemed Artemi Joyner Gautier versus Calder O'Shaughnessy.
What? The intro barely made it back to the seat before jerking. From across the field, Artemi shot him a predatory smile. My, how fortuitous. Kick his ass for me, will you? It will be my pleasure. Cole grinned and raised his hand for a fist bump. Aww. Wait. Artemi stared for so long before turkeying it with a frown. Is this the correct response? I'm unfamiliar with this gesture. Dude, it's a fist bump. You're supposed to bump fists to psych yourself up. Ah, I see. This is a high five with the promise of violence. I will not let you down, Cole. And Sir Sid, rest assured that Calder O'Shaughnessy will be thoroughly punished for his deeds. Sid watched his two gleeful friends with a concerned look. You guys are a little scary sometimes. We are defending your honor as friends should. Anyways, I must be off to prepare my joust. Wish me luck. Well, we better get back to our seats before someone takes them. You coming, boss? Cole was staring out into the sea of people in the viewing booths with an impressive expression. Oh, sorry. I think it's actually time for me to go. Sid blinked in surprise. Go where? The tournament's about to start. Aren't you going to stay and watch? Cole shook his head firmly. Afraid I can't. There's something important I have to do before the brawl begins. Sid's shoulders slumped. So you won't be watching me fight? Unfortunately, sorry I won't get to watch you kick ass out there. I know you're doing great though. A big guy like you with Clyde's masterwork weapon? I doubt anyone will stand a chance against you. If you say so. Oh God, what is wrong with my eye? Oh God. Sid yelped as Cole suddenly leaned forward and planted a firm kiss on his cheek. A warm wave of calm washed over him as Cole's bardic inspiration filled his body with arcane strength. Uh-oh, not this again. It felt like a firm, loving hug in spell form. Keep your chin up, alright? You're my lackey. Go show people what it means to mess with our little adventuring party. Despite the dreadful lull that weighed over Sid's shoulders, the edge of his lips twitched into a small smile. I'll do my best. It's the least I can do. Good luck on whenever you're off to work on, boss. Cole shrugged. No rest for the wicked. I'll see you after the tournament ends, buddy. God damn it, get together, you two!
Alright, let's get back on track. The first round, the Firefly Festival Jousting Tournament is about to begin. It means I must ask, are our honorable participants ready?
The crowd's cheers shook the stadium as everyone looked out in anticipation. Artemi shuffled in place and gripped her jousting list tightly. On the other side of the field, Calder O'Shaughnessy rode in position on top of a handsomely pampered feral horse. The steed looked in excellent health and was clearly expensively cared for. Goddamn brat. Typical of what one might expect from a noble. Despite his bruised face and slightly bleeding nose, Calder managed to look down on Artemi with an air of superiority. What is the matter, my dear chosen one? It appears you are not in possession of a steed. How do you expect to joust without one? What? Do you intend to run at me like some beast of burden? If you are in need of a horse, just ask. I'm sure the generosity of House O'Shaughnessy will be happy to accommodate you. Tommy addressed the Hanover Lance coldly. I respectfully decline. Need I remind you that I am a paladin? Perhaps it is best that you worry after yourself, as you always do. Calder scoffed and stared his feral horse in position. Suit yourself. I look forward to the praise grandfather will grant me once I am— Fuck! Once I best declare chosen in a joust. Artemi slightly made a mental note to apologize to Cole for any grief she had given him for his vices. She had no idea that there existed someone far worse. Cole appeared like an absolute paragon in comparison. She was going to take great pleasure in knocking Calder off his high horse. Artemi turned towards Sid's direction with her lance held high. I dedicate this match to my dear friend, Sid Shriekwood. May this set an example to all who dare insult my companion in arms. From the viewing booth, Sid fidgeted nervously as he watched the very horseless knight proclaim loudly to the crowd. Thanks, Artie, but we shouldn't count our chickens before they hatch. The shrill voice of the festival announcer suddenly pierced the stadium air once more.
Get in position! Now, let the joust begin! If you excuse me, I'm just gonna go have some chips, watch the scenes, and maybe go watch a movie. Probably some shit film, but I don't know if those kind of things exist in this time. Fuck it. I'll just watch something. I'll just watch anyway because I'm fucking bored out of my mind. Oh, that's fucking life for ya. Boring as shit. Barely any action. God, I wish I never left my life for this shit. I mean, seriously, she was fine as hell. But then I left her to do this.
Oh my god! Oh. I actually clicked on my screen. Oh my god, that's horrible. This shit just comes to my head. Calder's horse immediately dashed forward and made a mad gallop towards Artemi, lance pointing forward. Oh shit. Oh, what the? Ooh. Artemi was unfazed. The crowd's watching her confusion as she crouched down in the grass like a predator posed to strike. What in the world are you doing? Ah, well, whatever, I suppose. I will be happy to take this easy win. Artemi smirked. Suddenly, she launched herself forward, arms outstretched. Lightning danced from the palm of her hand like long, furious rains. Oh! Fuck yeah, Artemi! Called Steed. The metallic smell of ozone filled the air. Nicely done. The brilliant blaze of lightning hurt to look at as Artemi and her steed rushed forward, lance at the ready. Grass singed and burned below them. Showers of sparks glinted off her armor as she flew towards Calder at light speed. Wait! Perfect! God, such thumbnail opportunities here, man. I yield! I yield! What? I can't hear you. It's too bright in here. Moments before the two horses collide, the radiant was considered a burst of blinding celestial light. Oh, fuck. Everyone in the audience shielded their eyes. No one could see what was happening. After a beat, the light slowly faded away to reveal what remained of the joust. Calder was curled up in a fetal position on the grass, his horse fleeing the scene in a terrified sprint. Artemi's celestial steed had disappeared as well. She stood on Calder's prone body, gingerly poking him with her lance like one might poke roadkill to test roadkill if it was still alive. Oh. Come on, stop overreacting. It wasn't that bad. I almost died! Surely this has to be against the rules. This was an attempted murder! You leapt off your horse and began sobbing on the ground before I could even reach you. Where is your competitive spirit? I came here to joust in a tournament, not to babysit frightened children. Come on, get back on your steed. We're doing this again. What? What the fuck was that? What the fuck is that? Come on, get back on your steed. We're doing this again. Professor Nazar's bewildered voice sounded across the arena.
Well, in accordance with the rules, Sir Calidar has proclaimed this surrender after yielding to you.
Wait! Nobody say anything about summoning your own steed in this competition! Surely the chosen is disqualified on that alone.
Well...
Naeva sounded clear her throat. There are currently no rules pertaining to what type of horse participants may ride in the jousting tournament. Despite its celestial and summoned nature, Lady Otemi's steed was still a horse, and still falls within the tournament's perimeters. This is an outrage! She tried to kill me! You should learn to take defeat with grace. This is a jousting tournament. Having lances pointed your way should be expected. Otemi turned towards Sid's viewing booth with a grin. Did you see that, Sir Sid? Your honor has been avenged. Sid scratched his head as he looked prone and sobbing on the burnt grassy field. I mean, the guy was an asshole, but I think you guys broke him. Oh, poor guy. Otemi waved her lance in the air and laughed with glee. I never expected this tournament to be such fun. It feels nice to finally let loose for once. Dear announcer, who will I face off against next? Oh. The sound of furiously rushing apartment and nervous whispers.
I don't know. Fuck. Who am I gonna do?
That's a fake.
Well, about that.
Otemi blinked. Is something the matter? All of the air joust
participants have just surrendered their spots in the tournament. That means our winner will automatically go to you. Otemi, Joanna, Gautier.
Oh my god. They were like, oh, fuck this. They, as soon as they saw it, they're like, oh, fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm back. It's like I didn't even leave. Cord, stop getting fucking entangled. God damn it. There. Ow, fucker. Well, I was not expecting this to happen. No one clapped through the sea of confused looks. Otemi gaped at the viewing tower with dismay. What? Just like that? What about the competition? We're here to joust, are we not? That's all announcer Claire starting to...
I don't know how else to break it to you, but nobody here wants to face up against Claire's chosen and her giant lightning horse. Lisa don't want to see that happen.
Disappointment bewildered spread across Otemi's face as she looked at the arena. Wait, did I just ruin the tournament? Sorry if I got carried away. I didn't mean to.
Yes, you did. Why can't you people ever stick to the schedule? First the king and queen had to fucking die, and then nobody wanted to take the damn organizer job. And then this uncultured druid just wasn't in to replace my boss. And then you folks just had to host a duel and then summon a giant glowing horse, didn't you, you fucking nitwits? I don't get paid nearly enough for this bullshit.
There was a pause and brief scuffle around the viewing towers. After a beat, Lady Alcima poked her head towards the crowd. This concludes the Firefly Festival Jousting Tournament. Thank you to all who have participated. Please remain patient while we set up the brawling tournament. It should take but a moment. That was fun. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. Otemi returned to the viewing booth to find it utterly empty. Sid? Post-Johnny said popped like a balloon and she glanced around for her friends. Where did Sid and Cole go? I hope they managed to watch my jousting match, despite how quick it was. Oh, there you are! Welcome back! What a thrill you were in the arena! That was worth the price of tickets alone! Artemi perked up to see Agatha beaming at her from the back of the booth. The old bat clapped her hands with a giddy laugh. So that is the power the Creator's chosen. Truly impressive. Oh, thank you, ma'am. You flatter me. Have you seen my friends anywhere? Your friends? The Bullbreaker boy snuck off before the adjust began, and the buff badger ran off towards the western wing to prepare for his brawling match. Artemi's shoulders sagged. They both left without word? Of course Cole would leave before even watching my joust. Well, I hope Sir Sid is feeling better at the very least. He can rest assured that the calendar fellow will bother him no longer. Agatha wiped her glasses with a sympathetic frown. Oh, I can't fault the O'Shaughnessy boy too much. He's the perfect product of nobility's obsession with status and power. House O'Shaughnessy built their entire relevance off the strength of their family bloodline. There are rumors that they were willing to put their children through risky experiments to increase their magical potential. Alas, all of Gaius O'Shaughnessy's children are gone now. All that's left is Calder, his sole grandchild, and the boy's magical strength is mediocre at best. He's probably just a gay twunk for all I know. I can't imagine the pressure he's under. Agatha sighed and shook her head wearily. Children should not be made and used for selfish wants of their parents. I mean, seriously, look at all the people in the fucking world right now. It's a disaster. Artemi bit her lip thoughtfully. I suppose I can sympathize with this situation. However, none of this excuses his cruel actions towards my friends. Our decisions are wholly our own, and we must take responsibility for them. Ha! Spoken like a true knight of the church. However, you must concede that the way a person is raised would undoubtedly affect their values and decisions. Agatha's eyes narrowed. You would know this personally, wouldn't you? Huh? Just an observation, dear. If you would forgive my secular mindset, I never put much stock in this whole chosen one hubbub. Artemi fidgeted uncomfortably under the bat's steely gaze. There is a large section of the scientific community who believe that the Creator's chosen is a naturally occurring phenomenon. I personally theorize that it is a property of how celestial energy reacts to living organisms. Of course, the church is quick to brush off our research, but it is a sentiment shared by many. Oh, excuse me. If we take this so-called creator out of the equation, I can't help thinking as I look upon you, dear chosen one. Agatha Clouds twinkled with a fascinating grin. All that raw celestial energy, how might it be harnessed? And has it ever been wrongfully manipulated in the past? Artie felt uncomfortable lump grow in her throat. She frowned the Arcanist as she struggled to swallow it back down. I respect our difference in viewpoint, ma'am. However, I have faith that the Creator has planned for us yet. She would not bestow her blessing upon those who are not fit to wield it. I see. Then I hope for your sake that you are correct. Their conversation was interrupted by a small knock on the side of their booth. A little servant popped their head and saluted nervously at Artemi.
Hello? Sorry to interrupt, Lady Gautier, but I bring a message for you. Lady Osmia would like to speak with you regarding your boon. A boon you won from the jousting tournament.
Lady Osmond begs to meet her in the Eastern meeting tower at the earliest convenience.
I see. I will go at once. She turned towards Agatha with a small bow. I must be off. Apologies for the sudden departure. Nay. Thank you for hearing this old woman's thoughts. I look forward to witnessing your future endeavors, Artemi Gautier. Oh. Marty Martin. Artwork, I see. No. You're banned. Fucking bots and scammers, I swear. Artemi made her way up the viewing tower with shaky steps. This would be the first time speaking to a noble. Calder doesn't count. Yeah. All of Cole's warnings about her importance and mannerisms came flooding back to her. Oh. There we go. She hoped to the heavens that she did not mess this up. One glance into the tower revealed a mostly empty viewing area, much to her relief. Maybe most of the nobles were on a lunch break or something. Ah, I see you have arrived. Oh! Greetings, my lady. I am at your service. Oh, so bashful. Come on. Artemi attempted a clumsy curtsy that resulted in an uncomfortable metallic clank of her armor. Oh. She quickly opted to give a nervous bow instead. It is an honor to be in your company, Lady Osmia. The nobleman waved her hand dismissively. No need to be so formal. I was raised in a much more mundane lifestyle than most city nobles. Please, call me Maeve. Though her expression was unreadable behind her veil, Maeve's eyes shone with an unamused smile. There is no need to look so nervous. One would think I've just sentenced you to a horrible fate. Apologies. I have never spoken to a noble like you before, milady. And I have yet to honor to speak to with the creator's chosen herself. It is wonderful to finally meet you, Lady Gautier. Huh? Artemis felt... That sounds really weird. Artemis felt... Yeah, that sounds a bit weird right there. Artemi felt her blood pressure spike as Lady Osmia bowed deeply towards her. She had never been on the receiving end of this before. Her mind completely blanked as she struggled to find a response. But please, there is no need to be so formal. I am undeserving of such regard. Lady Osmia chuckled. Artemi felt strangely self-conscious in her presence. My, you are as humble as they say. It is a breath of fresh air after all. After my dealings with all these self-important city nobles. I am glad you are the one to win the jousting tournament instead of that abrasive O'Shaughnessy fellow. As the victor, House Osmia will be happy to grant you whatever boon you desire. Now tell me, friend, what do you wish? Artemi paused, scratching her head as she pondered. Honestly, she had completely forgotten about the boon and all the chaos. Was there anything she particularly desired? No, it's best to use this boon to help a current mission. All personal wishes will have to come second. I suppose I would like to request House Osmia's aid with my current task as a church knight. My mission is to help locate 4 missing rubies for Prince Cassius. These jewels are incredibly valuable and must be found as soon as possible. House Osmia must have a wide network of allies both within the city and exterior, yes? Your help would greatly increase our chances of success. Lady Osmia's eye narrowed, her veil ruffling with a tiny scoff. House Osmia's allies within the city walls are usually less than eager to aid us, but I will do my best. 4 missing rubies, you say? Her eyes scanned over Artemi with familiar appraising manner. I had imagined the career is chosen as someone who actively labors to aid the person under her care. To hear that she is instead a lapdog fetching the prince's missing jewelry, well, forgive my frankness, but I find myself slightly disappointed. You are mistaken, my lady, Artemi fidgeted nervously. We believe these rubies are like arcane and dangerous in the wrong hands. In fact, we have run into one such villain who succeeded in stealing 2 of them. As a church knight, it is my duty to ensure these rubies are safely returned to their rightful place. The noble's ears twitched. She scratched her chin thoughtfully. Arcane and dangerous, you say? Why would the royal family need such crystals? Very well. You can rest assured the House Osmia will do our utmost to aid your cause. Lady Osmia felt quiet for several moments. In the meantime, might I ask you for a small favor of my own? I happen to be working on a little mission of my own. Our interests may align, and a future partnership may be mutually beneficial. Really? What is the nature of your mission? The noble let out a deep breath. House Osmia's aim in hosting the Firefly Festival is twofold. First is to establish allies within the city walls. Unfortunately, the vast majority of Axian nobles view us as druid savages from the exterior. Conducting business within the city has been more difficult than it should be. Secondly, we aim to investigate the origins of this fainting phenomenon that has been appearing within the city. Artemi blinked. The fainting phenomenon? I've heard Cole and Sir Weiss mumble about it in passing. I nodded. Her eyes narrowed to deadly slits. I have a personal interest in this case. This situation is most peculiar. Masses of people passing out on the streets as though they have been drained of life? It sounds eerily similar to the victims of the locust famine from a decade ago, though to a much less fatal degree. I believe that this fainting phenomenon may be connected to the tragedy that wiped out my family so many years ago. Or better yet, these two incidents may share the same perpetrator. Tammy's brow furrowed as she pondered the nobleman's words. I don't understand. I thought the Locust family was a natural disaster of sorts. Maya's face veil fluttered as she let a deep, frustrated sigh. Did the church tell you that? Contrary to popular belief, the druids of the exterior are not so defenseless against nature's wrath. Our people have lived in harmony with the land and refined traditions to protect ourselves against such natural disasters. But the Locust famine was no natural disaster. It was a man-made scheme, no matter how hard the city tried to deny it. Locusts do not suddenly become magic-resistant and drain the life out of able-bodied druids under normal circumstances. Why is this a bit loud? There we go. There is someone behind this atrocity, and I will bring them to justice. Maya's voice shook with cold, unconcealing rage. It was a little intimidating, but Artemi could not help but feel moved by this young noble's passion. She gulped and looked up. Your dedication to justice is most admirable, Lady Osmia. I would be honored to aid you on your quest. Are there any suspects you have in mind that I should be wary of? Maya's eyes narrowed. I'm glad you asked. Forgive my wild speculation, but the following are my honest thoughts on the matter. Did you know that Queen Tabitha has been ill for the majority of her reign? It was so severe that many believe she should have perished a decade ago. Strangely, immediately after a famine where scores of my countrymen fell to life-draining locusts, the royal family happily announced that the Queen's disease had gone into remission. I was still a child at the time and thought little of it, but looking back, the timing is most curious. Tabitha felt her stomach drop. You cannot mean to accuse the royal family of mass murder! This must be some sort of coincidence! I accuse nothing. My life's mission is to find the source of the locust famine and bring the perpetrators to justice. I owe my family that much. If it is revealed that my suspicions are incorrect, I will happily shift my focus elsewhere. But it would be irresponsible for me to brush aside promising leads simply because it may offend the monarchy. Maeve's gaze hardened. Artemi had to fight the urge to take a step back from the noble's intense glare. As noble knight of justice, can I count on your support in this endeavor? Or is the creator chosen simply another meaningless title? Those words hit Artemi harder than she was willing to admit. She froze for a moment before bowing deeply. Of course not. It is my duty to defend my people against all evils of the world. Rest assured, Lady Osmia, that you have my full cooperation in your investigation. That is a relief to hear. You, too, will have House Osmia's full support in your search for the royal family's missing rubies. I suspect our missions will inevitably cross paths as we near our goals. The noble bowed her head. Thank you for lending your ear, Lady Gautier. You are dismissed. Artemi nodded before quickly dismissing herself and made her way back to her viewing booth. Her mind was racing. She anxiously pondered what in the world she has gotten herself into. Oh, damn. Well, look who it is. The western wing of the sporting arena was packed with about 100 or so brawlers readying themselves for the tournament. Rainier impatiently shoved his way through the crowd, soon-to-be opponents, while munching down a basket of cheese bread. Fucking hell, what's with this cheesy bread? Where in the world was the fucking badger? He better not have gone cold feet. Pirates will collect their dues, one way or another. Not that he was a pirate or anything. His precious iron tail was an honest security vessel. Rainier growled and took another massive chomp of his cheesy bread. Fuck, this shit was good. Just gotta say the same. Fuck, this shit is good. I need to get more. I need to get more. Oh, fuck, I just hit my mic. No. And now we wait. So fuck, that shit was good. He made a mental note to track down Cheesemaker and buy an entire bulk of the stuff for the next sailing trip. Oh, is it Sid's dad? Did he make the cheese bread? Oh, if he did, damn, he's a good cheesemaker. I want to get some fucking cheese bread from that old bird. Of course, he had to buy all that beer and rum that his crew demanded, and I need to get my money back first. Where the hell is that little fucker? If he ran off, I'm going to grill his craven ass over. The orc pirate rounded a corner and froze. Well, he found the guy he was looking for. Rainier didn't expect him to find him sobbing quietly on the ground while polishing his hat. Oh no! The sight of his hulking badger softly sniffling while wielding a weapon big enough to decapitate several men was comical, to say the least. The fuck are you crying about? Huh? Oh, it's you. The hell happened? You look like someone dumped your favorite goldfish down the pit privy or something. Some stuff happened a little while ago. The badger is just as glad as in port to hide his tears. Sorry, I'm just feeling kind of silly right now. Whatever it is, you better pull yourself together. I can't trust some sniveling guppy to watch my back in a fight. What? Did that fopple noble brat say some mean things to you or something? Rainier watched Sid with a scowl. The boy didn't even look up at him as he continued waxing his blade. He kind of dug through my brain with magic and spilled all my deepest petty doubts to my friends. It's not a good feeling. Sid sighed and curled up on the grass. Oh, poor himbo. It's a miracle they didn't just leave me. And Artemi, she just single-handedly crushed the jousting tournament. Why did he even keep me around? Maybe I should just quit while I'm ahead. Ow! I didn't mean to smack him across the head with his bread basket. Sid yelped as steaming hot cheese ran down his face and stung. Oh no! What kind of shitty attitude is that? Your crew stuck their necks out for you, and this is how you repay them? Rainier fumed furiously as he watched the badger struggle to wipe the dripping cheese from his eyes. Not ears, fuck. The remainder of his bread was scattered across the grassy field, already attracting an army of ants. Bullshit. What a waste. He made a mental note to add cheesy bread onto the lad's growing list of debts. Well, they don't really need me at this point. Artemi could probably handle whatever we... Dumbass! When I go recruiting folks for my ship, you think I go, oh, we've already got one decent deckhand, we're good. Of course fucking not! It takes more than one man to sail a ship. Everyone's got a job to fill. Sure, one of them fucks up occasionally, and the other's gotta put in extra elbow grease, but that's all part of being a crew, ain't it? Today you, tomorrow me, as my master used to say. But Sid opened his mouth to retort, but he was met with a fistful full of flour bread. No buts! Get your sorry head out of your ass and whip yourself in gear. people are gonna need you to play your part when the time comes. Like me. Because you owe me a handsome load of money and you're gonna have to carry your weight in this damn brawl. Sid struggled to chew down his muzzle full of bread before letting out a quiet sigh. He retracted his halberd, shrinking it down with a sharp metal tink. Raynor eyed the weapon with surprise but said nothing. This kid's got potential, but he looked like a mess right now. Raynor's voice dipped low as he clapped a hand on the badger's shoulder. No sailor can see the horizon from within a squall. But it ain't always there for those who keep sailing forward. I think you could use some time outside of your head, yeah? Ain't healthy to be marinating in dumb thoughts all day. He glanced at the festival viewing tower. I reckon we still got time before the brawl begins. Why don't you go around and chat with some of the competition? I want you back here with your head clear and ready for a fight, boy. I'll try. The boy gave him a non-committal nod before quietly staggering away. Damn! He does need a hug. Sid needs a hug. Raynor watches retreating back with a huff. Jeez. It's like looking back in an old mirror. He sighed, scratching his head. Though, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I was twice as mopey at his age. Master Ingrid must have had the patience of a saint to have put up with me. Raynor gripped the hilt of his twin swords with an air of bitter nostalgia. Still, I'm kind of glad for the chance to uphold the tradition of hoisting sad strays back onto their feet. Shake! Your tea! Your glorious tea! Yes, cup number 2 is coming up. Sid absentmindedly strolled through the crowd of brawlers with eyes still sore and raw. Poor guy. His soon-to-be opponent sneered at his sniffling face like a pack of predators inspecting their prey. Sid gulped and clutched the shrunken handle of the Lanius anxiously. Did Raynor really expect the two of them to take on this many fighters? There had to be over 100 of them. Maybe this wasn't the best place to clear his head. Ah, good. You are here. Ah, fuck this guy again! Sid jumped with a start. Val's hulking figure was suddenly behind him. The crocodile gave him an appraising look. You are participating in the brawl as well, yes? Hey, Val. Yeah, I kind of owed this pirate money and got dragged into the tournament. Val's eyes perked in surprise. Strange. I thought you were planning to attend the brawl of your own volition. Sid's shoulders slumped. Well, yeah, I did at first. But, stuff came up. It's complicated. Val watched him with a hint of disappointment. Pity. When we fought in the fighting ring, there was this feral air about you. I saw a fellow warrior who reveled in the raw thrill of battle, unchained by obligation or restraint. I was looking forward to facing him in battle once more. Sid frowned defensively. Well, I'm still gonna fight. A warrior with no drive is no warrior at all. I have no interest in fighting a lad being dragged about by the likes of Kolodi Bonebreaker. A wave of irritation washed over Sid as he glared. Cole is a good man. I get that you've got beef with him, and he can be a bit of an ass sometimes. But he's still a good-hearted guy who looks out for people. I'm happy to fight for him. He glared at Vale heatedly. The crowd eyed his little outburst with a hint of intrigue. Interesting. If you fight in the brawl with the same ferocity, you may yet be a worthwhile opponent. Good day to you. The crocodile bowed his head slightly before retreating into the crowd. Sid exhaled sharply and rubbed his sore eyes. He didn't mean to snap it like that, but the thought of someone talking down to Cole right after the hyena provoked a public duel in his defense, it made his blood boil slightly. Sid took a deep breath and sighed. It's a shame Cole wouldn't be here to watch his brawl. He wondered where the little guy went at a time like this. Sid's ears perked up at the familiar voice. Huh? Clyde? Sure enough, the Grand Tiger was waving furiously at him from behind the audience fence. Pleasantly surprised, Sid scurried over to his blacksmith friend. What are you doing here? Thought you were busy looking after the shop. Clyde grinned through breath, panting as though he ran to the festival on short notice. Well, I'm surprised too. I was in the middle of my shift when Old Man Soul showed up out of the blue. He rumbled on about how young'uns should be enjoying the festivities instead of cooped up in a dusty shop. So, here I am. Jeez, you sure he's okay? That's pretty quick heart attack recovery. So, I tried arguing, but he wasn't having it. Not that I'm complaining, though. I'm glad to get the chance to see my baby in action. What? Oh, you mean the Lanius? The tiger winked. I don't know. You can be my baby, too, if you want. In all seriousness, no. Nobody has ever used the Lanius in... Oh, shit. Done. Oh. Oh, God. I'm glad I'm here to witness it. Clyde glanced around the viewing booth curiously. By the way, where's Cole? Huh? He left a little while ago. Said he had some important business to take care of. Clyde's shoulders slumped. Oh. That's a shame. Despite our differences, I figured he'd want to see this too. A bittersweet smile fell across the tiger's face as he stared at Lanny's shining handle. Sid's chest fluttered with sympathy. That was the weapon that cost Clyde his lifelong dream. And yet, it was still his pride and joy. Sid couldn't believe he even thought about quitting the tournament. He clutched the weapon with renewed vigor. Hey, look on the bright side. This will be a good chance to show off your weapon to the entire Firefly Festival. The crowds are filled with nobles and craftsmen. Maybe we'll catch your eye and you'll have a chance to kickstart your blacksmithing career again. Clyde sighed skeptically. I love the Lanius, but do you really think people will notice it in this massive brawl of over 100 fighters? Let's be realistic here. I'm just happy to see my life's work being used by a capable wielder. That's all I can hope for, really. Clyde smiled. Still, this has been a fulfilling experience for my little blacksmithing heart. Thanks for convincing me to train you the other day. I appreciate it. Sid blinked in confusion. Huh? But you're the one who offered to train me. You even ran out into the street after us, remember? Clyde stared at him strangely. What are you talking about? You're the one who came back to my shop yesterday to ask for lessons. You feeling alright? But... Sid frowned, his head swimming with bewildered thoughts. If that wasn't Clyde yesterday, then who? He froze, his mind slowly put two and two together. There was only one person who cared deeply about the situation and knew the disguise self spell. He glanced up at Clyde with a dawning realization. Hey, Clyde? What time did Old Man Soul show up to take your shift at the shop? It was about an hour ago. I think it was a little before the jousting tournament. Shame I missed it. That was all the confirmation Sid needed. Cole, you sneaky little shit. The little hyena had wanted Clyde to teach Sid how to correctly wield the Lanius. And he wanted Clyde to show up during the tournament when his masterwork weapon would be put to use. The bardic inspiration. It Sid's chest flared with a furious rhythmic warmth. Cole trusted Sid to perform well in the brawl to help reignite his best friend's career. The career that Cole had ruined. To place its amount of trust on somebody like him. Sid suddenly grabbed Clyde by his shoulders with a deadly serious look. Clyde, we're going to get your blacksmithing dream back on track today. Just you watch. everyone will see the true power in your masterwork weapon. I promise you. Clyde looked taken aback. I appreciate the thought, buddy. But you don't have to take on so much. Sid shook his head furiously. This isn't just for you. This fight is for me and everyone who has put their trust in me. I refuse to let anyone down today. Sid gave Clyde one last steadfast nod before hurrying back towards the brawler's wing. Was that Cole or actually Clyde? Sid returned to the spot where Reiner was waiting for him with renewed vigor. The not pirate caught sight of him and grinned, flashing his sharp teeth. Now there's some fire in your eyes. I take it you're ready for the brawl? Sid cracked his knuckles with a glare. Aw, shit. Of course! We're winning this thing. No exceptions. There's more than gold on the line today. Reiner laughed heartily. Finally! This is the face of someone I can trust with my back on the battlefield. Keep that spark alive, lad. You're gonna need it. That looks gonna need it. You're gonna need it, maybe? Oh well. Dorcas stood up and holstered his swords. So how was your little stroll? Did you see any competition that might be a problem? Sid paused for a moment. Honestly, I think we can handle most of them. There's only 2 of us, so the biggest thing we need to worry about is getting surrounded and outnumbered. Fuck me! Other than that, he jerked his head towards Val in the distance, who was deep in conversation with Clyde. That crocodile there is an experienced brawler. He's going to be a tough one, even if we fight him together. Do you think you could take him? Oh God, what is wrong with my fucking throat? Ah! He's surrounded by Reiner laying out an appreciative whistle as he stared Val up and down. Oh, I can take him all right. Alex Reiner? Please? Oh, you mean a fight? What? Don't look at me like that. I'm allowed to appreciate good-looking men. That tiger he's talking to ain't too bad either. Sheesh, I thought Cole was bad. Oh, wait. He's coming this way. Norca elbowed Sid and whispered furiously. Do you know if he's single? Listen, seduction is actually a solid battle strategy. Oh, God. Val approached the 2 of them with a small basket of steaming bread in his hands. Sid scratched his head. Where in the world is everyone getting all this cheesy bread? That's what I'm asking myself too. Where the fuck is everyone getting this cheesy bread? There's no fucking Domino's around. Or Little Caesars. It seemed as though everyone was eating some at this festival. The crowd odd Reiner with suspicion before turning towards Sid. Boy, I have come with a question. Where do your parents work? Sid blinked in surprise. Huh? We run an inn in the east end of the market district. It's called the Sparrow's Roost. I see. I had the good fortune of purchasing this incredible bread from your family's food stall earlier. I will have to come by for more later. Wait, my family's here? You mean that sweet old bird couple? Yeah, their food is delicious. I fucking called it. I called it. Oh my God. I knew it since the cheesy right there. I knew it was a little sign right there. The bird father made the cheesy bread, and now everyone wants this cheese. They need to make more cheesy bread. Because if they do, they're going to be fucking rich with this cheesy bread. I fucking tell you, they're going to be. Yeah, their food is delicious. They've been selling their cheesy bread at the other end of the arena since the festival started. They've been here the whole time? Wait, that's close to the viewing booth where I was sitting. Did they hear a little scuffle earlier? Oh God, oh no! Sid scrambled through the crowd to peer across the arena in panic. Sure enough, he caught sight of his two Two tiny bears waving fiercely at him from the opposite side of the end. Hello! Just like the fire being like, hello! From across the field, Ilya elbowed her husband as she continued to wave her wings wildly. Oh dear, I think he sees us. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Stay safe out there. Ah, look at our boy mingling with this big crowd. The little parakeet sniffled and wiped his eyes. He's coming a long way since his frog friend days, hasn't he? Anxiously, she scanned the crowd in the brawler's ring. Don't get in over your head, dear. Oh, do you think Sid will be alright? There's so many tough-looking fighters this year. Ah, don't worry, sweetheart. I hear he's been doing a lot of training on that buff hyena guy he likes. I'm sure he's learned a few tricks. I sure hope so. Ilya sighed, shoulders slumped. I suppose I'll have to support him from the sidelines in my own way. Oh boy, here we go. Where did that little noble motherfucker run off to? Oh, fuck. Screenshot. Fucking bird, Mom. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Where did that little noble motherfucker run off to? He thinks he can just mess with my boy and get away with it, eh? I'm gonna end that little shit's entire bloodline! Oh no. Bird Mom's gonna kick some ass. We've supported a rampage through the arena audience with pure bloodlust in her eyes. You go get him, hun. Oh no. This ain't gonna get good. Wait, somebody grab my mom and don't let her out of your sight. Did anybody see where that Calder guy went? Somebody's gonna get hurt. You mean that little bird lady? Who in their right mind would even think of hurting such a harmless old woman? Sid shook her head with panic. He had half the mind to rush out of the audience, but he didn't want to get disqualified. Oh, it's not my mom I'm worried about. He yelped as Reiner suddenly shoved him aside and eagerly shook Val's hand. Who cares about that? Anyway, the name's Reiner. Pleasure to meet you, mate. Any chance you'll be free after the brawl? I'd be happy to buy you a drink. I mean, right after we win that cash prize, because I don't got no money right now. Val looked at the orca strangely for a moment before a small smirk formed on his face. Perhaps. I prefer spending my time with fellow men of strength. Like this lad, for instance. He nodded his head towards Sid. If you strike my interest on the battlefield, I'd be happy to get to know you better. The crocodile's massive hand squeezed back in their handshake. Rainier let a small giddy squeak. He turned back. Mate, we gotta win this brawl now. I'm counting on you. Sid squinted. What is happening right now? Let me have this, okay? I've been stuck at sea for the last 3 weeks. Do you know what an empty bed does to a man? What? Are you jealous? Don't worry, lad. I'll buy you a drink too if you want. What? Sid stared dumbfounded between Reiner's flirtatious wink, Val's approving nod, and Clyde's waving enthusiastically at him in the distance. Realization and slight horror slowly dawned upon his face. Oh my god. Artemi was right. This is a harem. No! The harem! As though Artemi popped her head from behind the brawling crowd just as Festival Horns blew, signaling the start of the brawling tournament. A delighted smile spread across the knight's face as she leaped over the fence and hurried to Sid's side. Oh, fuck me. Sir Sid, I am glad I managed to catch you before the fight begins. A mixture of embarrassment and gratefulness fluttered across Sid's chest. Hey, Artie. Listen, sorry I've been kind of brody lately. Nonsense. There's nothing to apologize for. We are a team, and I will happily support you as you have me. Anyway, I'm here to give you my best wishes for your upcoming brawl. Sid stared blankly at Temmie, raised an expectant fist. Why do you stare at me so? This is proper fist bump behavior, is it not? Oh, right. Sid can't help but smile as he gently bumped fists with the knight. She looked pleased with herself, her tail wagging furiously behind her. Excellent! You are now honor bound to perform great violence. Oh, no. No, Sid and Cole belong together. Sid and Cole fucking better get together. And I bet Reiner and Val might get together, or maybe Reiner and Clyde or something. I don't know. And then possibly, and a dumb one, is that the Prince and Calder get together and become boyfriends. I have no idea if that's gonna fucking work. And then finally, for Precious Being Artemi, she and Maeve are gonna get together. I just fucking know it. Because most of them are goddamn cute couples and all that shit. Yes, I don't know why Calder and the Prince, Jack. It's just a random fucking thought that popped in my head. I don't know why. And if that happens, then god damn it, I cannot believe that. Seriously, if it happens to be that they, like, alright. I don't know if he does. I don't know if he gets back from Clyde, but still, if, I don't know. I want Cole and Clyde to be together. I want Cole and Sid to be together, god damn it. Reiner and Val might have to be a couple, and Clyde, I don't know. But the thing is, if by the story, if it keeps going, and all of a sudden we see Calder and the Prince together, god damn it, Shiro, you're gonna be fucking. We're all gonna be fucking pissed. I don't know though. We're still in fucking chapter 3. Who knows how long we have left for this? But overall, god damn it, Shiro, if you're watching this, I dare you to make a mini episode of the Prince and Calder, just them together doing it or something like that, as well as one with Reiner and Val or something like that. I have no idea. God damn it, make it happen. Seriously, make the pirate and Crocodile do some stuff, and make the nervous wreck and the punchable asshole do stuff together. I dare you, Cole. I dare you, Shiro. God damn it. Fucking dare you. I seriously fucking dare you. Anyway, I pray your brawl would be a fruitful one. I don't think that's how fist bump works, Artie. But thanks. I'll do my best. Where the fuck is Cole? What the fuck? Like, seriously, where the fuck is Cole? What is this? Automatic saves? What the fuck? What the fuck is it? Yeah, mini episodes. Seriously. Shiro, do mini episodes of those couples. Seriously. By the time it gets to the point, I bet people want that to happen. I don't know. We already got some stuff with Clyde and Cole in the main story. Not a mini episode, but still good enough. But now we need something of those four. God damn it. Because seriously, I want to see if that is possible and if that starts shipping wars or something. I don't know. But for some odd reason, I ship them. I don't know why. It's just how my fucking brain works. So overall. Right. Enough of me about ranting this nonsensical bullshit. Brawling combatants gathered across the field. Fuck, close, damn you. Nearly 100 fighters filled the arena, each sizing the other up hungrily. Ooh, at a glance, it was obvious that some sort of allegiance had formed between the brawlers. Many of them were huddled together in small teams, while others gathered in groups as big as 30. Fuck. So much for a free-for-all brawl. Sid shuffled nervously next to his Orca ally. The two of them were among the smallest of groups. They were only surpassed by Val, who stood alone and unbothered on the other side of the field. Many of the other groups were watching Sid like a pack of predators eyeing fresh meat. He jumped as he felt Reiner pat him on the back. Relax, lad. My master always says that the anticipation for the battle is often worse than the battle itself. I gotta see this guy's drip for a minute. Hold on. Damn! Damn, I love this fucking design. I love his outfit. Holy shit. That is fucking good. I have another favorite character design. I fucking love Reiner. His drip is fucking great. Although, I gotta say, he may be a twunk. I don't know. That's just my guess for how the arms are. I don't know. I'm just making a dumb guess. But still. Of course I know Reiner's an Orca. How would I not know? I'd just be silly. I've seen Discovery Channel and I've seen those little animal magazines back in the 90s. I know my orcas. Stop overthinking things. Let your adrenaline flow and instincts take over. Ah, better view. Okay. Wait. There's a feather. Oh. Oh. Alright, I have some goddamn curious questions about this. I have some goddamn questions. My god, I am on a fucking rant a little bit. I don't know why, but god damn it. Doesn't this feather look like something from the Prince, almost? I don't know. The Prince is a peacock, so it's possibly not this, but still. I don't know. That's just a dumb thing I just thought of. Like, do they have a past? The Prince and this guy? I don't know. That'd be just fucking nuts if that were the truth. If that was the truth, that'd be fucking insane. But I don't know. Inside each of us is a beast rearing to be free. Sid scratched his head, his palms sweaty. Keep it together. Cole's counting on you. The bardic inspiration is just flickered with a comforting warmth. Sid gripped the handle of his shrunken down halberd as he tried to steady his nervous breath. No excuses. He's going to win this. The crowds grew silent as the festival announcer's voice blared across the arena once again.
Now that we are finally back on track with the festival schedule, let us now commence with the annual brawling tournament. Fighters, prepare your weaponry.
A wave of furious battle cries waved across the field as everyone armed themselves. Sid shuffled closer to Reiner, the hair on his neck standing on edge.
On your marks, 3, 2, 1. Oh, for the love of... What is it now?
A sharp blood curdle scream reverberated across the arena. Both the audience and brawlers froze, exchanging bewildered looks. Yikes. That sounded like someone being flayed alive. Sid nearly dropped his halberd. Oh shit, I forgot! Has anyone seen my mom? Oh no! Stop the tournament, we have to...
Absolutely not! I only just managed to wrangle our schedule back on track. Whoever's dying will just have to deal with it.
All the brows looked at each other and shrugged nonchalantly. Wait, you can't be serious! Oh no! Oh no, what is this going to entail? Holy shit. Meanwhile, in the secluded area behind the viewing booths, all was quiet save for the sound of breathless panic and scrambling footsteps. What? Oh shit! Calder crashed through the undergrowth and tumbled on his face. His heart pounding a mile a minute as he desperately clambered back on his feet. Words could not describe the terror he felt at this moment. He had to run. Oh my god! Yes! 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 Come back, dear. I just want to talk. Get away from me, you witch! Yes! Yes! Bird Mom! Go Bird Mom! Oh, I fucking love her.
Anyway, where were we? On your marks, 3, 2, 1, begin! And remember, no ball kicking, or else you're disqualified for twisting someone's dick. Oh, now go ahead, twist his dick.
Chaos immediately ensured as masses of brawlers clashed. Sid yelped as he felt Reiner grab him by the wrist, yanking him away from where the fight was the thickest. The air was filled with the choir of sharp metallic shrieks as weapons and fists collided. In the distance, Val looked unbothered as he knocked all his opponents aside like flies. Kinda like this. Sid gulped and glanced around his immediate proximity. Larger alliances of brawlers grouped up and quickly overtook small teams and stragglers with ease. The festival announcer already began blowing his whistle as organizers dragged out the unconscious brawlers who were immediately knocked out. Sid followed Reiner's lead as the Orca dragged him towards the edge of the arena. Here's the plan, lad. We're the smallest team in this fucking mess, so let's pace ourselves, yeah? Keep your distance and kite your way through the arena as long as possible. The crowd will thin itself out eventually. I'll take care of all the heavy hitters and keep you safe. Sid shot a frustrated frown. You don't need to baby me. Several brawlers suddenly charged behind them, brandishing clubs and swords. He scarcely had time to react before Reiner shoved him aside. Get down! Oh! Oh! The Orca's twin swords gleam. Yes, yes, yes! I fucking love this outfit! To call Reiner fast would be an understatement. A black and white blur shot forward as he bashed the hilt of his blade into the throat of one attacker while kicking their brawl square in the chest. Ow! Fuck! Both assailants fell to the ground, clutching their injuries with ragged gasps. Reiner puffed his chest with pride. And that's how it's done, lad! You got nothing to worry about! Midway through speaking, their pair of brawlers leaped on from behind, clubs raised. Reiner managed to sidestep the first blow, but the second managed to clobber Orca in the back. He fell to the ground and let out a pained groan. By the time he looked up, both attackers were already swinging down on his prone body. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck. Shit's gone real. The Lanius erupted to its full length like a speeding bullet, knocking the two brawlers' weapons out of their hands. Sorry, God. I don't know what's wrong with my throat. They scarcely had time to yell in surprise before Sid stepped forward with a second swing. The sheer weight of the Lanius being swung at high speed resulted in an impact like that of a charging rhinoceros. Both brawlers were lifted off their feet and thrown across the field like ragdolls. Kind of like Foos. Their crumpled bodies skid painfully across the grass before slowing to a defeated halt. Sid growled and shot all the other surrounding combatants with a venomous glare. His opponents eyed his massive halberd warily before slowly retreating. Clearly, they were hoping for easier prey. As soon as the coast was cleared, Sid turned back and offered Rain a helping hand. The Orca stared at him with a strange mixture of surprise and awe. Well then, you ain't too bad, are you, mate? Sid scowled the frustration in his chest bubbling to the surface. My friend trusts me to win this damn tournament, and I'm going to get this done with or without you. So stop treating me like a goddamn baby. Do you want me to watch your back or not? Reiner stared for some moments before letting out a soft chuckle. Yeesh, you're a bit scary when you're angry. Kinda reminds me of someone I know. Orca jumped back on his feet and readied his twin swords. Fine! I ain't got time to babysit you anyway! Come on! We got some fucking money to win! Reiner flashed a toothy grin before making a mad dash towards the nearest group of opponents. That's more like it! Sid drew his weapon, the adrenaline rush of battle filling his veins as he charged forward alongside Reiner. The next few minutes of the brawl felt like it stretched on for hours. Sweat drenched his brow as Sid knocked aside another gang of fires through stained breath. Luckily, the surging flame of Cole's bardic inspiration helped keep his senses sharp. The fight became a strange dance. Groups of brawlers would approach Sid in hopes of an easy fight. he would fend them off with the Lanius, its long reach forcing them to keep their distance. As the enemy stumbled back in surprise, Reiner swooped in like a sweeping bullet and knocked them out or disarmed them with swift strikes. Ugh. Slowly, the crowd of brawlers began to thin as more and more of the defeated were dragged out of the arena. Victory was in sight, but they had much more to go. Oh, damn! Eventually, the remaining brawlers wisened up and decided to surround both Sid and Reiner in a team effort to take down the biggest threat. Oh my god, Reiner's your fucking best. I want it. God damn it, you got drip. The two of them pressed back to back as over 20 opponents cornered them near the northern edge of the arena. Cheers and hyped shouts erupted from the viewing booths as everyone's attention was focused on the two of them. Sid scanned their situation with a frustrated growl. Beside the massive group surrounding them, the only fighters left was Val, who was finishing off the last of the brawlers at the other end of the arena. If he and Reiner could beat this group, the rest of the tournament was as good as won. The Orca swore loudly as the brawlers drew closer and closer. These little fuckers are too scared to take us on with fair numbers. We've been doing pretty good so far, but I'm not liking our chances here, mate. Sid hated to admit it, but he was right. 2 versus 20 weren't exactly fair numbers. They would have to catch everybody by surprise somehow. And the one thing left up his sleeve was Sid's grip on the latest time as he turned towards Reiner. Listen, man, can you do me a favor? We need to bait everyone into charging us quickly all at once. Can you drop to the ground and start groveling like a scared kid? What? Fuck nah! I ain't crying like a guppy in front of everyone. How am I supposed to impress that hot crock and woo him into a date? Oh, I'm sure Val will be more impressed if we get tenderized by 20 clubs instead. Come on, do you want to win that gold or not? Take one for the team. Reiner patched cheek. Fine. This better fucking work. The Orca suddenly dropped his swords and swooned to the ground melodramatically. Oh no! I'm so scared. Please hold me with your big buff arms, mate. Okay, maybe don't grope my leg while you're doing this. Despite Reiner's horrible acting, their opponents took the bait. At the first sign of weakness, all of them immediately lunged towards Sid and the groveling Orca with triumphant sneers. Sid held steady as they approached. Oh shit. That's like a fucking weird error thing, you know, just like, boop. Or just like a fucking sensor. Like, oh no, you know, boop. Wait for all of them to get into range. Sorry, it's enjoying myself. Oh god, every last one. Now! Whoa! Holy shit. The Lanius extended to its maximum as Sid swung in rapid, wide arcs. Taken early by surprise, all the opposing brawlers were swept off their feet and flung over the fence. fucking Reiner! Oh, sweet lord. Others were knocked cleaning onto their ass and swept away by a sequential swing. The crowd looked on in shock as the Lanius retracted from its impossibly long length back to its normal halberd size. Under the shocked silence of the audience, Clyde whooped and hollered in utter delight. That's my baby! Sid didn't hear him, nor did he pay attention to the crowd's astonishment. His mind was focused on solely one objective. He had to win. Taking advantage of everyone's scared state, Sid lunged across the field towards the only fighter that was left, Val. Reiner's stuck on the ground! What the fuck? Halfway through his leap, Sid plunged the Lanius to the ground. What the fuck? The halberd extended to its maximum length once again, launching Sid straight into the air. Yeah, that was such a fucking just like. Oh! Oh my god, the booty shorts. Sid retracted Lanius with a firm squeeze, leaving him in free fall. In one swift motion, he twisted himself midair and swung the halberd back down with the assistance of gravity as he fell upon Val down below. Oh, shit! Val managed to block the strike, his knees buckling from the sheer weight of the impact. A sharp crack appeared in his gauntlet. The crocodile grunts from the strain and shoots Sid an intrigued look. You've improved. Before Sid could respond, the crocodile kicked him aside. Sid felt the air leave as long as he tumbled across the grass. With barely a moment to collect his thoughts, he rolled out of the way of Val's stomping foot and struggled to return to his feet. Sid's mind raced while he backpedaled from Val's onslaught. The crocodile was more experienced and far exceeded him in terms of endurance. They would have to take him out quickly. Hang on! I got you, mate! Oh. Oh. Rainier suddenly sprung behind Val and clung onto his neck for dear life. He yelped as Val snarled and flayed around wildly in an effort to untangle the orca's grip. I can't read. Hey, listen! Whoa! I just want to be clear. This whole cowering thing earlier was just an act. It was the lad's idea. I ain't no crying damsel even on my worst days. Get off. Yeah, sure. But I knew you got the hots for tough guys, so I didn't want any misconceptions to... While the two of them wrestled and twisted about in a mess of limbs, Sid charged forward. He shrunk Lanius back down to its short axe form before planting it firmly into the ground at Val's feet. Sorry, Val. This technically isn't against rules, so... Lanius instantly erupted to its maximum length. Its blade hooked on the leather strap Val was wearing and then continued extending at full speed. Val let an indigent yell as he was yanked in the air and dragged past the fences surrounding the area. The festival announcer blew his whistle sharply.
Out of bounds! This contender is now disqualified!
Val Groves struggled back on his feet with a glare. He watched as the ridiculous leg of the lioness retreated from where it pierced his harness and returned to the normal size in Sid's hands. That was a dirty trick, boy. Though I must respect the ingenuity. Sid scratched his head sheepishly. Sorry, man. I'll buy you a drink after this. Ryder elbowed him with a look of arbitration. Dude! That was supposed to be my date! I mean, go ahead. You can buy as many drinks as you want. We're the only fighters left in the tournament, so we've already kind of won the cash prize. You're welcome, by the way. Ryder blinked and glanced around the field. Huh? Was that looking... Huh? Was the hunky crocodile the last one? Sure enough, Sid and Ryder were the only ones left standing in the arena. The rest of the brawlers were either hunched over on the ground or being dragged out by festival staff. I guess this is mission complete, huh? Ryder flashed a tooth to Grand drew his twin sword. Oh, I knew it. Nah, mate. Glad the money issue is sorted out, but this crowd is still crying for a winner. Cheers and hollers echoed across the arena. Shouts of support from both Sid and Ryder clashed as loud chants of fight filled the air. Sid smiled with the tiny hand prize. He crouched into position with Lanius in hand. I guess we'll have to give them a good show. I'm surprised how good of a fighter you turned out to be. That feral, drunk look on your face is so different from the usual cute stuttering. Kinda hot. By the way, my crew's looking for new hires if you're still interested. Ho! Fucking hell! I don't know. Think you can afford me? Ryder barked out and left. That's the snark. The snark! I like it! Show me what you've got, mate! The crowds roar with excitement as the orca dashed towards them, the fighting beginning anew. Sid flinched. Ryder was fast, almost like he was swimming across the land. Oh? In a blurred orca was suddenly upon him, short swords clashing against his halberd. Sid quickly realized Ryder was keeping a close distance so he would have no room to extend to Lanius. The halberd's long length was useless if he was too busy defending himself with the handle. If he shrunk it down to an axe, he'd be easily parried and counterattacked by Reiner's twin swords. Sid yelped as Orga landed several telling blows on him. He was on the defensive, but every time he tried to make space, Reiner pressed closer to keep him off balance. Oh, damn. Shit's going... Man. Sid's heart was beating rapidly with adrenaline and pulses of bardic inspiration. It was an unrelenting joy to be swept in the flow of battle. Far from being irritated, Sid was utterly thrilled. He retracted his weapon, aimed a kick at Reiner, who swiftly dodged to the side. Sid re-extended Lanius and swung at full length, but missed widely. Ha! Is that all you've got, mate? Huh? Reiner stumbled back and surprised at the scrap of blue cloth hanging from the Lanius draped across his face, obscuring his view. As he fell backwards, Sid struck a solid punch to his stomach. All the air rushed out of Reiner's lunges. What? Lungs. Not lunges. Shiro. Even then, he lashed out with his sword in a last-ditch attempt to strike back. The tip of his blade narrowly missed Sid's face and knocked the Badger's glasses in the air. Sid snarled and leapt onto the Orca, pinning him down with his knees. Reiner gasped for breath as he looked up at the Badger's dark silhouette that towered over him against the bright blue sky. His eyes widened. What's going on? Time seemed to slow as he took in the sight of Sid's furious face above him. I knew you reminded me of someone. It's been a long time since I've seen that face. Wait. Who the fuck are you? Mel's the beast. What have you done? The realization had briefly barely flooded through Reiner's mind before Sid brought his halberd down upon him. Thunk. The blade planted into the ground inches above his head. Reiner blinked. The shrill cry of the festival horn blasted through the air as the crowds went wild.
And there we have it! The winner of this year's Firefly Brawl!
Loud cheers and applause filled the stadium. Sid stumbled back off of Reiner's chest and scrambled to find his glasses in the grass. Oh, poor dork. As the two of them collected themselves, Sid shot him a baffled look. Why did you let me win? You could have thrown me off and rolled away easily. Still in daze, Reiner stared at the Badger's face blankly. He looked so different while wearing those goofy glasses. All traces of that feral savagery was gone as Sid pouted at him indigently. Reiner shook his head to clear his thoughts. Nah, mate. I just got distracted. You won this fight, fair and square. They were interrupted again by the festival's announcer's shrill voice.
Congratulations to Sir Sid Shriekworld! Please head up to the view tower to claim your winnings. Before you do so, however, do you have any parting words for your adoring crowd?
The entire area filled with jubilant cheers and everyone watched him expectantly. Sid only jumped to his feet. Wait! This is what I was waiting for! Sid, what are you gonna do? He made a mad dash towards the audience and grabbed a very surprised Clyde before dragging him into the center of the arena. Hey man, what do you think you're doing? Sid unsheathed the lanyards and planted triumphantly in the ground. The masterwork weapon's blue cloth sailed in the wind like a proud flag of victory. At the same time, Sid held Clyde's hands, despite his flustered protests, and raised it high in the air. Ladies and gentlemen of the Firefly Festival, I humbly thank you for your support, however. I am but an ordinary adventurer who is unworthy of such praise. I wouldn't have stood a chance if it weren't for this masterwork weapon made by the honored blacksmith Clyde. Clyde's eyes widened into dinner plates. So first rubbing temples, now dinner plates. What's next? His cheek flushed red as he hid sheepishly behind Sid against the curious crowd. I am sure you have all seen firsthand the quality and craftsmanship of Sir Besmir's creations. My good friend is trying to restart his blacksmithing career, so give him a gander at Soul's Arcane Workshop at Market District if you're interested in quality works. I guarantee you will find no greater blacksmith in the entirety of Axia. The crowd whispered to each other with interest as a small round of applause filled the area. A few of the nobles in the viewing tower gave both Clyde and Elena's intrigued looks. Sid felt Clyde grip his hand tightly. He glanced over to see the tiger's face overwhelmed with emotion. The blacksmith's shoulders shook as he took in the crowd's approving smiles, tears welling up in his eyes. For the first time forever, there was a glimmer of hope in the tiger's voice. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Sid smiled and patted his friend gently on the back. Don't thank me. Cole is the one who set this all up. Clyde blinked in surprise as he wiped the tears from his eyes. Did he now? He always was a sly little brat. Sid grinned. His chest flared with warmth and pride alongside the rains of Cole's bardic inspiration, like a roaring flame. To be trusted with such an important personal task, Sid made a mental note to thank the little guy later. Where the fuck is he? The festivals were slowly dying down as Sid and Reiner collected their winnings from House Osmia. As agreed, the two of them split the cash prize evenly. Reiner clutched his half of earnings with glee and quickly ran across the crowd towards a certain crocodile in the distance. I still owe you a drink too, lad, the orca yelled before leaving. Come join us at the bottomless pit at Ryan Reed's Alley tonight if you're free. There should be plenty of fun and celebrations to go around. Sid politely declined, though part of him was at least a little curious about the city's most infamous gay bar. Oh? Will we ever go there? I hope so. Also, Calder gets hired at the gay bar, and now he's just a bartender slash stripper. Oh no, poor Calder. Oh, fucking Gleek again. God damn it. Gleek is where some spit squirts out by accident when you're talking. He quietly made his way back to his viewing booth. The instant he stepped aside, Sid was instantly swarmed by his parents and Delia or Temmie. Sir Sid, absolutely stunning performance out there. Ah, look at how much you've grown. I gotta whip up a big dinner tonight to celebrate. Sid's cheeks felt warm as he sheepishly scratched his head. Thanks, guys. Bird bomb! Oh, sweetheart, I was so worried. Are you hurt at all? Did anyone say anything mean to you while you were out there? Just say the word, I'll give him a firm talking to. Mom, I'm fine. Speaking of which, what did you do earlier? By the way, I've got a very special present for you to commemorate your tournament victory today. Uh-oh. Sid watched R.B. Wilmer as his mother handed him a single ragged boot. What the fuck? One boot? It's a boot with a lot of sentimental value. I assure you it took a lot of effort to get my hands on this. What the fuck? Mom? Where is that Calder guy? Suffering, as he should be. Sid squinted between his mother's pleased expression and a single boot. Oh my god! She murdered him! He let out a deep, tired sigh. Mom, you promised that you stopped polymorphing my bullies into household objects. This little fucker deserves worse! Sid held out the boot with a stern look. Come on, Mom, change them back. Ilya sighed and rubbed her temples. Fucking hell! Damn it, the temple stroke is back! I just noticed how you grew up to be such a sweet and gentle soul. Oh my god, she turned Calder into a boot? Isn't there at least a tiny part of you that craves violence? When I was your age, I was beating down hooligans left and right. Kinda, but Cole and Artemi beat the guy half to death, so I'm good for now. Artemi perked up and raised her hand for an expanding fist bump. I will be happy to perform violence once more, should you require it. No! No violence! Just change the poor guy back before he decides to file a lawsuit or something. Mom! Oh? What the fuck? Oh my god. Ilya plucked the boot out of Sid's grip and tossed it carelessly over her shoulder. For a tiny little lady, she had a very strong throwing arm. Sid watched in horror as the Calder boot sailed over their booth, rolling down the street and out of sight. Polymorph lasts for an hour. We can just leave him there and let him ride it out. Sid gaped, flabbergasted. There was no stopping his mother once she set her mind on something. Indeed. Here, Mom. Take my 5,000 gold winnings. I'm paying you to never do that again. No, no, no. Keep your winnings and share them with your friends. You know that no amount of bribery will stop me from tormenting your bullies. Mom! Now, dear. Now, dear. Your father and I have to go back to man our cheesy bread stall. We'll see you back at home tonight. Come on, Reddit.
Fucking Birdmon is awesome.
Sid watched helpfully as his parents fluttered off without listening to a word he said. Your parents are very sweet. Terrifying? The word you're looking for is terrifying. Hey, you can cast Dispel magic, right? Can you go free the calendar guy from his boot prison? Boot prison. Artemi scratched her chin for a moment before shaking her head. Polymorph is a 4th level spell, while Dispel magic is a mere 3rd spell. Undoing Miss Shriekworth's spell will take great effort on my part. But you can still do it, right? Nope. No, you can't. No, you can't, or no, you don't want to. Yes! Sid buried his face in his hand with a groan. There was no arguing, he supposed. He scratched his head and held up his big sack of gold coins. Well, now that business is all finished up, do you want to go get more food or visit more festival game stalls? Oh no, they're gonna waste on food and games. Fuck. We got some time to kill before Cole comes back. Game stalls sound like an excellent idea. Your valiant efforts in the brawl deserve to be celebrated. And I could use some recreation after my short joust. Artemi pouted. It's a shame Cole didn't stay to watch either of our tournaments. I had expected more from our so-called team leader. What are you smiling about? Sid chuckled and pressed a hand against his chest. Since the end of the tournament, he had been feeling lighter, like an anxious weight has been taken off his shoulders. Cole's bardic inspiration continued humming within him like a gentle, comforting flame. Oh, I'm just in a good mood, that's all. You should really cut Cole some slack. He's always keeping an eye out for us, even if we don't realize it. Artemi allowed him to scoff. How strange. I constantly feel like we're the ones keeping an eye on him. It goes both ways, right? It's all part of being a crew. Sid blinked. His fur suddenly stood on end. Does everything feel like super staticky all of a sudden? Oh shit! The air suddenly cracked with spit, with ear-shattering sound of a distant explosion. It was as though a massive bolt of lightning had erupted from the sky and struck a part of the city. The ground shook and people scrambled to cover their ears. In the city skyline, a massive cloud of debris and dust billowed from a street several blocks away. It looked almost like a bomb had gone off. The air was thick with the smell of dust and burning smoke. Holy shit! Everyone's heads turned as a distressed messenger scrambled through the arena in the direction of the viewing tower. Through a ragged breath, the messenger shouted as loud as his lung could handle. Trouble! Trouble in the market district! Everyone's attention fixed curiously on this panicking messenger who was desperately screaming for the festival organizers' aid. Massive people suddenly fainted out of nowhere! The streets are nearly filled with crowds of all kinds of folk. And there seems to be people fighting. Oh no! When in the world was that? Artemi, you okay? He turned towards his companion, who was staring up with horror. That explosion. I recognize that magic. My magic. It was like someone set off a dozen thunderwaves at once. Sid's eyes widened. He felt his stomach drop as he took in the sight of the towering smoke in the distance. That's around where Clyde's shop is. Sid saw the fellows flickered out. Oh no! He and Artemi exchanged terrifying looks before bolting in the direction of Soul's arcane curiosities. Oh no! 1 hour earlier. Well, I have one thing to say, and this is probably a huge demove, but that is going to be it for this. Yes, ending on a cliffhanger. I know, I'm terrible, but damn, that so much badass shit happened in that. Not gonna lie. Calendar is definitely an asshole, but still, he's just fucking hilarious to me. But, god damn, seriously. Poor Bird Prince. Oh my god, I feel so bad for him now. He's such a nervous wreck. I mean, god damn it. Seriously, I just want to give the poor bird boy a hug now. Like, god damn it, seriously. Oh, I hope we see more of him. I mean, I guess he showed up in this chapter as I called during the Firefly Festival, but I guess maybe not the time that I thought. So I was kind of right, but not really. Like, I thought he'd be there on the third day or something, but we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, this was very enjoyable. I had a lot of fucking fun with this, that's for damn sure. Seriously. Although, for now, my throat is almost nearly destroyed. And all that business. Reiner takes a lot of my throat. Gotta say. Fun to voice, but damn. You know, mate. Oh. I love voicing him, though. I also love voicing the emotion bits, you know, like how he did for Calder. I know, yeah, I'm sorry, Jack, for ending it on a cliffhanger, but still. I know. Still, I will say this. I do like how I voiced Calder and all that business. Like, for the emotional bits. I love doing the dramatic stuff. Because that's how I did for that, as well as Artemi and everyone else. I just really like voicing Calder, even though he's a complete asshole and all that business. But he's a tolerable asshole. The one character I cannot stand but still love voice is the Grand Bishop. She's a total bitch, but I fucking love the voice I gave her. So overall, we'll see where it ends. I just hope I see Bird Boy again. I love him. He's such a nervous wreck. Anyway, I think that's going to leave it. So, overall, I hope you all enjoyed this stream. If you want to tune in for more, remember to hit that heart button that says follow right next to it. So then that way, you'll be able to notified and stay tuned of when I go live. Mostly every single day of the week. And there'll be a huge variety. Starting from this, or maybe even rhythm, or even RPG. We might have something in store for this week, actually. So, stay tuned for that. And it's something I'm very excited for, because I've been wanting to play it for quite a while. I mean, like, 2 months, really? Damn, I'm kind of late to the game, but still, it's going to be worthwhile because it's something I never played, especially with the original release. It's on my schedule, so check it out if you want. So, I hope you all enjoyed this stream, and until the next one, have a good night and a good day.